You have to start drinking.
He has to.
And then you just
hear
bad. Him start drinking. What would y'all do, right? If like he starts drinking, right?
Kill myself.
That's
always the Stewie answer. It's the easiest way out.
Okay.
You don't have to deal with shit if you're not alive.
That's true. What would you do if the life-ruining thing happened? Fucking kill myself. No more, nothing else to worry about.
Wow.
What if you had like 15 dudes come into your room and they all said we're gonna rape you and they're fucking super big? Like, I'm gonna kill myself.
No, but why don't you grab like one of your 500 guns?
I ain't got 500 guns.
You have more than a couple
American?
guns.
And
Yeah,
15?
come on, dude.
Like, shit, dude.
Yo,
I don't have a single gun in
Southern
here
white-
that can handle 15 at a time. Maybe in a line.
Shotgun spread, if you stand far back enough, at least you can stop them.
But I mean, like, are they gonna like take like humans aren't robots, right? They're gonna be like, you shoot 5 of them, and they're not gonna be like, yeah, let's just keep running at him.
Some of us are robots. George is a robot.
Yeah. Wait,
Beat
what?
boot, fuck you.
Yeah, beat boot, motherfucker.
You always stay fucking like roboting in chat, and I've seen oil leaking from your like legs, and I've seen you like processing data.
I showed you that confidence. You fucking.
I've seen like Schwarzenegger in the bathroom in the first Terminator movie, and you were a T-800, but for some reason you weren't silver. You were pitch black underneath. I was like, well, at least you're consistent.
I don't know why I've seen you processing data is killing me so bad, but it fucking is.
Like you're just staring out into space and shit. Fuck. I didn't know they
shit in.
I didn't know they made ghost robots.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
James, leave this shit in. Shit's good right now. This is the After Dark cast featuring your boy Skylar, the Titan among men, Stewie.
Am I really?
Yeah.
yeah. Everyone's something this week. Skylar, the Titan among men, Stewie, the the man never afraid to show it all at Chippendales. You can find his performances on Wednesday afternoons.
That's ladies' night.
Ask him to do the ball thing. He loves doing it.
Yeah.
It's called the magic trick, mister.
The magic trick.
You got George, robot from the
Special.
future, here to end Sarah Connor.
Call my mother a toaster. I'm going to fuck you. What? Anyway.
What happened to Wolfie?
What?
Then you have James, a man lost in his own mind. And finally,
That makes him sound deep. Don't say it like that.
I thought you were gonna say
he's like Ellen Page's mom from Beyond Two Souls, who's just trapped inside her mind.
Oh no.
Yeah, and then with you always, your executive producer, your new host. It's me, Thanos. I guess I don't know.
Thanos.
The man with the plan.
The man with the plan that could have just been to make infinite resources, but no.
Yeah,
No, don't worry
pretty
about
much. Look, now let's talk about how Thanos really likes Thomas Malthus. That's a hot podcast topic.
Wait, what?
Don't worry about it.
Please explain.
Oh no, it's just fucking basic economic theory. There's this guy named Thomas Malthus, and his theory from like the 1700s was that there's not enough food to support a population as it grows, and so his whole thing was based on the fact that you needed like land and resources were finite, and that as population grew, the standard of living would always fall.
Dude, you were supposed to drink alcohol, not smart juice before this shit. You know that, right?
I mean, that's my major. I'm majoring in economics. I'm supposed to know that, and it's dumb and stupid because it was immediately like proven wrong as soon as the Industrial Revolution fucking happened, and you could use technology to increase standard of living. And
James, I hope you were taking notes.
yeah, there's gonna be a test after this.
Yeah, you're about to learn something. Learning with James.
About to have a quiz.
Oh yeah, what the fuck is? I haven't been around for learning with James. I'm excited.
Oh man. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you're into something.
His first one was Spider-Man, and I'll have a list. If you're on next week and James is on, I'll just send you the list and let you pick which one he goes to.
Okay, that's exciting.
James, mute yourself since you're typing. I don't give it. No, mute
Wait,
yourself.
like you mean like my friend Kevin?
Kevin Spacey?
Yeah, that's who he's talking to.
Not again.
He's gay.
Yeah,
Remember,
he's asking for tips.
remember, he's gay.
Yeah, fucking dumb bitch. All right.
Jesus.
What y'all want to talk? What's everyone drinking right now?
I got some Corona Lights because that's all that I had in the fridge.
You have yourself muted, bitch. All right, you were.
What brand of scotch you got? That's not terrible.
Okay.
Okay, continue.
It's George.
George.
In fucking water.
Yeah, George's designated driver tonight.
That's right, because his
Yeah.
stomach hurts. Whatever. Wait, yeah, I feel.
Yeah, alcohol stops his processor.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't
He's the
handle it.
reverse bender.
It's like an AI when the child gets tricked into eating all of the spinach and he starts to blow up. That's like that, but George.
Man, what joke was that?
You guys ever seen AI starting Macaulay Culkin?
I haven't.
No, what?
Dude, it's even.
That was him?
I'm pretty. Is it Macaulay Culkin or is it the?
No, I
remember.
don't think so. I don't. Think
I'm pretty
it
sure
was.
it's Macaulay Culkin. I don't know. could
Shit,
be
am
wrong.
I too dumb for your jokes right now?
AI was a movie it was directed by Steven
No,
Spielberg, but it was
he's
like
just doing
Steven
movie
Spielberg.
Oh,
Steven Spielberg saved the movie because it was supposed to be fucking Stanley Kubrick
Yeah.
was supposed to direct it, but then he died. So then Steven Spielberg picked it up and made it, and then now the movie's bad. Like it's a bad movie.
well, anyway, besides your giant reference, I'm drinking a Cointreau, that orange liquor.
Yeah, mine
Is
is.
it? Is that stuff good? I haven't had it.
Yeah. Tastes like a fucking orange popsicle, but 40% alcohol, and it goes down pretty smooth.
Damn, that's pretty good.
Yeah, mine is. Last After Dark, I was fucking drunk. My goal is buzz or tipsy, so I just grabbed like 2 of those Arnold Palmer spikes and didn't take any of the shots I did last time. So
I'm
that's
fucking doing shots.
you can do that, man. I don't want to do that
Yeah.
shit again. I gotta go back to work in the morning. I'm not James.
You have a job.
Yeah, I got a real job. James out here fucking working for bus fare. That's doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, out here,
Weird part.
out here working for tips on his little shutter door glory hole in his room.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Well, what kind of house would you have? Like, you just ask a contractor, like, look, I need you to make it like a little shutter door, but just big enough for a penis to fit through.
I figured he just kept smashing like a pickaxe through it until he made a hole.
Oh. Would you put tape on the edges, like in all my pornos I watch?
I mean,
I'm
yes,
sorry?
it's so you don't chafe. It's very important.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, to me, it would hurt like shit if you like put your dick like against like drywall or wood. Like that would not be comfortable.
Well, I'm glad you have experience at glory holes.
It's part of the thrill.
Part of the thrill is getting splinters in your dick.
My dick doesn't have a sexually transmitted disease and a few splinters. It's not a good night.
Oh boy.
James.
James is busy.
James is
talking
he's
about-
too busy fingering some dude named Kevin.
James. Fuck. Don't you know you're doing something? God. Just fuck.
James,
I
why
am the
trying to
leader
fuck
now.
right now?
James is now the village idiot. He's the fool.
James is trying to fuck right now during the podcast. Yeah, he's small.
That
He's
you
small.
would?
That's a
Let's not talk
no.
about. Let's not talk about him.
Let's talk about me.
Let's talk
All
about.
Alright,
Silly.
alright, Sue, let's talk about you.
All right.
What you got going
so-
on?
Me, man, you know what I got going on? I'm doing clinicals at a hospital. And I'm not gonna lie, that shit where people tell you thank you and they mean it from the bottom of their heart, that shit warms my soul.
You're fucking gay.
Yeah, what a faggot.
You know what?
How fucking dare you have feelings?
Damn.
God, stupid idiot.
Damn. The one time I open up to everyone.
Nah,
Fool!
close
There's
up.
a place for that.
Close up, you stupid bitch.
Oh, God. I'm so tired of y'all. I'm so tired of y'all.
You hear
Do
him
it,
starting
bitch.
to,
Do it, bitch. You won't.
tie
You
some
won't,
rope.
bitch.
Oh, it's in my mouth.
Fucking blow a hole in your brains. And I'll fuck it.
Stop! No, stop,
I
James.
always have like a huge smile on my face when jokes are going, and then you have to just fucking walk in and be like small dick style, and then ruin everything.
Ah, not small dick, big dick style. Big
No,
big
you
dick.
don't come
No,
in big
see,
dick.
No,
why
my
you gotta-
bad-
Why you gotta do this to
My
me?
bad jokes have the biggest dicks.
Yeah,
The biggest dick is.
They're
it's like,
tiny and
like-
unsatisfying, James.
but they're also distracting. They're small enough to be distracting to everyone around.
They're like mini crunch bars. You gotta unwrap so goddamn many just to feel
It's
fulfilled.
like fucking eating a Starburst. You gotta take out the other wrapping and the other wrapper. You rip it. It sucks.
What?
Fuck, that's what I just said.
Yeah,
Oh, Skylar.
fuck you. Dude.
Remember Beyblades? Let it rip. Like the hymen.
What?
Ah.
Okay, can we please
James
pick
ever
a...
done that thing?
Do we have a topic? Fucking Jesus Christ.
Yeah, have you ever seen, like, James went to parties sometimes and he was like, hey, look how hard I can pee. And he pulled out his pants and his dick inflated like a water balloon before letting anything out. It was weird.
I peed so hard that night.
I feel like that. I feel like that has to happen in Baki the Grappler at some point.
That shit,
It does.
it inflated like all for one's arm.
What the fuck?
You see all the fucking parts that are just latched onto it.
Right,
Yeah.
right before the pee let out, I just screamed, "I am here!"
It's not what, no.
But no,
Yeah.
but that wasn't. That
It's
wasn't
the
all.
wrong person.
That's the
Oh,
wrong
no.
one.
Oh well.
You see
Whatever.
a bunch of shit in it and you're like, oh wait, is that actually metals he transforming? No, it's all the splinters in his dick from the
Oh,
glory hole that he didn't put the tape around.
He didn't care. He was impatient. He just wanted to get it done. He wasn't about waiting for that fucking tape.
Come on.
George, say something. George, you're here with us.
I
He's
think
right now.
not here.
George is muted. I think he's gonna throw up or
He's
something.
deafened. He's
I don't
deafened.
think he feels good.
Oh, that's right. He ate cake.
He drank some milk.
You know what they say about eating cake?
Don't.
I
Eat
don't.
pie.
I had nothing. I don't even know why I
You know
said
what they
that.
say about eating cake? I don't know.
Eat pie instead. Pie is
Cake or
superior.
pie?
Pie.
Cake.
What kind
Fuck
of cake?
you.
Because I think it depends.
That's-
Because I think there are pies that are better than standard like birthday cake. But then there are really good kinds of cakes that are better than like most pies. So I think
For
it's-
me, it's like 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be cake because I'll eat even carrot cake, but I will only have like chocolate cream pie cake.
We'll go
That's
with red
gross.
velvet cake.
Apple pie is the best.
you know
Fuck
what?
red
Red
velvet
velvet cake is a fucking lie. You want to know what it is? It's
a
fucking
fucking-
just chocolate. It's
Yeah,
just
what's wrong with that?
chocolate dyed red. And they tell you that, but they charge you a premium because it's fucking red
It's
velvet.
red. It's
Where,
red.
where the hell you at that they charge you when you a premium?
Because it's fancy cake. You go to
Where are you
when you
going?
when you go to the store and you buy a red velvet cake or you buy a fucking just normal ass chocolate cake, red velvet's gonna be more expensive
Where?
everywhere in the
Like-
universe.
Man, I make my own cakes.
Well, if you make
Where
your
you
own
going,
cake, then
Ruby
that's
Tuesdays
fine.
or some shit?
Yeah, I bought my shit at Publix.
Yeah, like yeah. Well, even at Publix, it's the same thing. It's more expensive to buy the red velvet at Publix.
You're better off
Very-
just buying cookie cake. It's better in every
That's
way.
true. That's a true statement. I agree with that statement.
Nah.
See, my deal with cake is it really depends on where you get it from, because like the big deciding factor for if I like a cake or not is what the cake to frosting ratio is. I can't stand
That's
a
true,
cake
too.
with too much frosting.
I agree with that also as well. Makes me sick to my stomach.
It's easier
For me, it's what
to try
kind.
and- Yeah, it's easier to get.
What
it
about
made
like
to get a
ice
good
cream
cake.
cake?
Ice
I like
cream cake. But at that point, you're just eating ice cream.
But also like cheesecake. Cheesecake is the bomb.
No, cheesecake is terrible. Kill
That's
yourself.
a fucking
Kill-
hot
no,
take.
kill
Get out of my fucking
yourself.
face. Get the fuck out of my face.
Get
That's
your
wrong.
diabetic ass out of my face. Go
Right,
fucking.
I can't even eat
Wow.
either of these foods that we're talking
You're
about.
gonna go for the low blows because you know his feet are weak.
You're damn right I will. He's gotta lose him at some point. I might as well sweep him while I can.
It's not even that severe, is it?
I'm
It's
just
like
gonna sit sadly and eat my fucking peanuts.
I had a point where like I
Go
drank
ahead, stay in
a
the
lot,
peanut
I didn't
gallery,
have-
bitch.
I didn't have like dinner. And I woke up the next morning like, and I'm not sure if this is what you feel like. I had super low blood sugar. Shit was awful. I was
Oh, it's
lightheaded.
terrible.
I was sweating and shit. I was like,
You
oh
get-
boy,
you-
is this
you-
what?
and you get the shakes. It fucking sucks.
I'd never ran into that in my life. And then like when I was with my girl at the time, I was like, what the fuck's happened to me? What's happening? Am I mutating? Am I an X-Man? And she was like, hey, your blood sugar's low. Eat this granola bar and apple. I'm like, thank you.
Yeah, when I get low, it's fucking. I feel like I'm gonna die. Like I get like lightheaded. I get the shakes. I feel like I'm gonna pass out. It's fucking rough. And then when you're too high, your brain starts to freak out too. Like you start to like. It feels like you're like phasing in and out of reality. It's fucking awful.
Are you like Tracer?
No, it's more like you feel like it's like in like video games and you get pricked with like a needle that makes you like you said you're supposed to pass out. You have those QTEs, make sure you don't, so you're like stumbling all over. It's
Oh,
like that,
shit.
but in real life.
I don't know why that made me think of. Did you guys play Morrowind, Elder Scrolls?
No.
I did, yeah.
A little bit.
One of my favorite things is like to just like if there was ever any issue, I chose the coward's route. I would drop all my clothes and take my skooma and just run across the map.
What's
And
a
you're so
skooma?
fast. Skooma is a drug in Elder
Yeah.
Scrolls, at least in Morrowind. I don't know if it's in later games.
I think
And
it's
Oh, it is. It
yeah,
is.
it is.
It intensifies your speed like no one's business. You become the Flash if you take enough skooma and you take off your clothes.
It's fucking stupid.
Like he's like, oh, I'm about to lose this fight. Do I have like 10 health? Well, time to recite this.
Time to
speed
do a bunch of
formula.
fucking meth.
Yeah,
Okay.
fastest man alive. You're in Barry Allen's intro to the Flash TV show, and you run by him because you're on skooma.
I just, is it racist that all the cat people in the Elder Scrolls universe are always talking about how much they love skooma?
Well, it's from their country.
Yeah,
but
I feel
it's
like
like
that's
it's
a bit
literally
different
like
because-
cocaine. It's
But
like
if
we're the
they're
country
not
that invented
human,
cocaine.
it might not affect them the same like as it does like humans. Like, let's just say an alien race comes down and like
Khajiit
well, yes,
has
right,
wares if you have skooma.
But they're for sure addicted to it though. Like that's a
Oh,
thing.
well.
Like, they are like addicts.
I'm just thinking about like that one episode of Rick and Morty when there was like the guy Shrimply Pibbles who like
Yeah.
needed a dick to replace his heart, and it was like, hey, he's addicted to whatever the drug is. He's like, the oxygen in his planet or the atmosphere of his planet is filled with that. He needs that to survive. Like, it could be just something they like, that helps them just generally, but maybe it is just straight up a drug for them, and they're
I think it
addicts,
is.
and
I
then
think
it is
it's
racist.
Yeah, and there's a big race. It's always like maybe it's like no, but maybe it's like with China, where it's like maybe there's like an outside thing where like people that are like remember in China that were Britain got them all addicted to opium as a way
Yeah,
to make them passive when they were trying to
Yeah,
colonize
that's-
China.
that's how we won.
Opium devils,
Yeah.
white devil.
White devils.
History with the DADCast. There's gonna be a fucking
drug
test.
history.
There's gonna be a fucking test at the end of this podcast. You guys better be paying attention.
Oh,
James,
no,
I hope
I'm
you're
not
ready
gonna-
for it.
Oh man, James is already gonna fail that test. You didn't even have to. Oh man, you could ask him the questions right after the stuff.
Whenever
oh,
he
man.
decides to stop fucking fingering his butt and this guy's also this other guy's butt.
Yeah.
Okay.
he-
Skylar, you
Got
call
two
yourself a
hands.
smart guy, right? You're pretty smart.
I mean I don't want to be like yeah man I'm so smart.
done
But
fucked
sure,
up.
Sure
Are
I
you
guess
pretty
whatever.
You're
Sure
high
I
up.
guess
Tell me
whatever.
why
You
kids
watch
love
Rick and
Cinnamon
Morty.
Toast Crunch.
Yeah, my intelligence is very high. There's Rick and
Tell me
Morty
why
poster in
kids
my
love
room.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Well, it's probably because it makes the milk taste delicious when you put cinnamon toast crunch in the cereal. it makes the milk taste like cinnamon and sugary also. So it's like not only does the cereal taste sugary and sweet and cinnamony, but also the milk does. So it's like you're just eating an entire bowl of sugar.
And then you've
Hold
got
up,
the
hold up,
and
hold
then
up,
you've
everyone,
got the
everyone,
cinnamon
hold
that,
up,
that
hold up.
stays on the bottom.
Hold up. Counterpoint. I want James, mind of an actual child. Counterpoint. Him. Tell him the real reason why kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
No, overall I agree. I just add that when you're done with the bowl, when you're done eating the cereal and drinking the milk, and then you have the cinnamon sugar crystals that hold off on the bottom of the bowl, and then you can just scoop that up with your spoon and eat that.
Oh
and
my
that's
god, did you
literally
actually do that?
Damn.
Yeah,
did you
dude.
actually do that? How the fuck do I have diabetes and you don't? What the fuck is that shit?
I have the God gene.
No, you don't.
I have a
Man.
God. Well, you're right. If I had the God gene, I have sickle cell. so-
Child and man who's been inside a child just agree on something, and the world is complete. Damn.
God damn it.
No, here's the actual question I was gonna ask, because like I threw that out last second because I was like, adults may be smart, but are they smart enough? Yeah, no, that's not what I was gonna ask.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Am I an adult yet?
So Dr. Pepper has what they name themselves as 23 flavors, right? Or 23.
Yeah, I think so. Is it 23? I thought it was more.
Okay, let's just say 32.
I thought it was like 45.
32 children.
Someone fact check.
I'll look it up.
It's,
I'll
20
look it
it's
up
23
with my
flavors. It is 23 flavors.
So
Okay, sure.
if they're like, hey, they
5
advertise
million.
themselves like, hey, we're the soda with 23 flavors. Why is that an advertisement? Why is that a thing? Is that impressive? I don't understand.
I think it's because I was gonna say that I don't even know what it means. Like,
Yeah.
like when I make fucking chicken and I put fucking like cumin and like thyme and parsley on it. Is that 3 flavors that I put on it, or what? Or like what? I don't understand. Is
Not
salt
using
a
herbs and
flavor?
17 herbs and spices.
Yeah, like I don't understand. Like what constitutes a flavor?
That's something they argued about before, and then God, it went really stupid when we talked about that. We were like, "How do you identify a flavor?" And I was like, "Dr. Pepper has like a flavor." What was the thing I made? The invention?
Well,
I basically made Stewie?
maybe they're
Flavor
talking
tester
about
or some shit.
maybe they're talking about the flavor like lab, because like lots of foods now have artificial flavoring, which is like there's like food labs where they like basically boil down like flavors of foods into a chemical compound that you can inject into food. So like when you like get a burger from McDonald's, that's
You get a
like
burger.
fucking
America.
enhanced with what you think burger should taste like. So it has the
Burger
burger
flavor.
enhancement flavor in it. So maybe it's like that, where it's like there's like in the flavor lab, they just combine 23 flavors together from the flavor lab.
Can they even name? Can anyone actually name 23 different flavors?
I don't know what a flavor is. Like what is a
Vanilla.
fucking flavor? Like
Vanilla.
sure, yeah, chocolate, whatever.
Strawberry.
I want you to
Yeet.
hear that they're
Blueberry.
like making a 24th flavor, and then there's an accident, and they accidentally make the Powerpuff Girls. I want that to be the progression of Dr. Pepper.
I want it to be that Kazuhira Miller accidentally invents the 24th flavor when he's trying to figure out how to make the perfect hamburger.
Oh man, Kaz's hamburgers. I
Chemical
love
burger.
those little tapes in what was the old man's name in
It was Code Talker,
Mhm.
yeah.
yeah, like that was the one time he was weirdly like goofy because he was typically pretty serious. Like
Very serious. It's talking about the chemical burger. It was
Yeah.
that's like the best
chemicals
part
in
of
the burgers.
That's like that's the best part of the video game. Is him and Kaz waxing philosophical about making delicious hamburgers. That's the peak of Phantom Pain, and that's not even an ironic
I
statement.
love it. I love that legitimately. I just now realized this is the Claude, Stewie, and Skylar cats because James is talking to someone, an old friend of his. He still
Trying to
has
get
not
that dick.
He still
Right
hasn't
here.
given
He's
him the
trying
link.
really hard.
And then we have George out here who's downloading the newest
Look,
patch. So
I'm
we
back.
can't,
I'm
like,
still here. I'm still here. I'm still
Are
here.
you?
Are you
say
actually?
something. Our host, our
I-
leader.
Fucking
First of
fearless
all,
leader. Where the fuck
First of
are
all,
you?
you're the host here. You're the one that introduced everybody.
Oh, I'm saying the host.
Well, no, I mean you're the host at this point because you introduced everybody. You're like, oh hey,
No,
we're
you
starting
said
now.
officially, I'm the host. I am the host, everyone, of all DADCast to come.
There it
Yeah,
is.
is that what it is?
Yeah, it's just a-
He's just
just
a coward.
handed
I
over
bow
the
to
thing.
our new leader.
Yeah, nah, that's not what's happening. Anyway, hey guys, welcome to the After Dark Cast. I'm your host James here with Claude the Traitor
Host. No.
and Stewie, and we got Skylar, and we got George, who's currently patching in the firmware to
We've been recording for a
Wait,
minute.
resist arrest.
Way to do a second intro and then take my last joke.
Mhm.
What a hero you are.
Wow.
White man, I get to do that. I get to just steal black
no,
people's work.
no.
Not,
You
Not
ain't
in
a part of the
2018.
right committee.
Not in 2018.
in
Nah.
fucking current year, you
No.
can't steal from the black man.
Yeah.
Well, I just did. Come at me, Twitter or Tumblr or whatever. Who does what? I don't know.
Well, there's any hopes of us getting monetized.
Montanized.
Monetized.
You taking shots? That's fine.
I'm shots and I'm southern. I'm sorry.
Speaking of shots, I just finished my scotch. So.
Did you finish
Well,
talking to your new
you lead us,
boyfriend?
leader. Say some shit. Talk to us about topics.
All right. Well, first of all, this is the After Dark Cast. We don't need topics here.
We
all
always
I'm-
talk about something.
Well, yeah, we always talk about something, but I mean, like, we don't need topics per se. But Skylar, hey, you fuck little boys?
You didn't even get the quote right.
I don't care. Fuck you. Answer the question. Don't deflect.
That's
Stop
your fuck-
deflecting.
That's
Why are
your
you deflecting, Skylar? That seems awfully suspicious that you would deflect the
It's
question. Are you fucking little boys? Does that seem
Damn.
suspicious to you guys? It feels a little suspicious to me that Skylar
I feel
refuses.
like you're pushing.
Oh.
I feel like you're,
I mean, it was an innocent question, Skylar. I mean, I just,
pushing this a bit
Skylar,
far.
all I did was ask, do you fuck little boys? I mean, if you're gonna refuse to answer the question, I mean, that's fine. I can just bring this into the
All
police.
right, I guess we're
you know,
having
whatever.
James Court here.
All right, can we fucking?
Oh,
is that anything? Can we
So
vote?
explain
Skylar
what
defended.
James Court is. Same.
No.
explain James Court before we do a James Court, because this is the thing we haven't done in a while. And
What
it's
are we
never done
having
on a
James?
podcast.
What are we having
No,
James
shut up,
Court
shut
over?
up.
What are we
Explain
having?
James Court, someone. Shut the fuck up. Explain
Why are we
James
having-
Court, someone.
Why are we having James Court? There is
Shut
no.
up, Will. We're gonna tell you in a minute, motherfucker.
Oh, is this Skylar? Is this Claude's idea?
This is your trial for defamation of fucking my client Skylar here.
Oh my
Oh,
Someone
goodness.
okay.
explain James Court before this starts.
You don't need to explain it anyway. So defamation of Skylar.
No, people listening, I'll explain it since no one's
It's
explaining
pretty.
it.
Thank you.
It's
James-
pretty
Now I
self-explanatory.
wanna explain it. Oh, I hate
It's
you.
pretty. It's pretty self-explanatory. Basically, James Court is usually just the court against me for some probably bullshit reason that people just want to come up with, and apparently now it's defamation of
Bullshit
Skylar,
reason.
who still refuses to answer my question on whether or not he likes to diddle kids. But I mean, I think it's kind of self-explanatory at this point, considering
The
he
last
refuses
James
to
Court for
answer my
everyone
question.
Is James posting about how he wanted to like fuck Skylar and then he deleted it, but I had screenshots and I let everyone know.
That's not true.
That's super true.
I
Is-
saw the.
Is it?
This was already solved in the James Court case.
I don't remember the last time we
It
did
wasn't
James
even
Court.
solved in a James Court case because he admitted to doing it and deleting it before we had the court.
Didn't even need a
that's
trial,
right.
Because it was
Nah, I
supposed to be my
remember that.
magnum opus. And
Right.
I stole that from him. I admitted
Yeah.
I wanted to fuck Skylar, said James.
Yeah, so now I've denied you. I've denied you your lightning round, Skylar, favorite
No, it's
cereal.
not lightning.
No, it's not lightning round,
I will
motherfucker.
make it lightning round. I will make it lightning
James
round.
over here in the court, defamation of the character of my client Skylar.
Your client Skylar has refused to answer my purely
That
innocent
my
question.
client fucks little boys.
I'll be the
When in
judge.
fact-
I never
fact, he
said
does
Skylar
not.
fucks little boys. I asked the question, Skylar, do you fuck little boys? And he refused to answer the question.
Yeah, you led into
I
The
just want
defamation.
to say that you didn't even. You're trying to make him like a LA noir joke. You didn't even get the quote right.
Was I trying to make an LA Noir joke, or was I just trying to ask you if you fuck little boys, Skylar? Which you still refused to answer the question, but why?
Your Honor. He is attempting to ask a loaded question to my
Don't
client.
ask loaded questions, James.
Is it a loaded question if he refuses to answer? Is it so
Yes,
loaded?
That
to-
is in fact
Oh, George
literally
is
the
back. He's
definition of loaded
downloading
question.
his update. Now Skynet is self-aware.
Oh, good, George. George, have you updated your driver settings now? Are you
George,
good?
man.
You got the latest DLLs?
Fucking,
Yeah,
I had
you
to I had to go into the deep web and find the fucking. Fuck, that joke's gonna fall apart.
World
What's
Star.
happening? What's
World
happening?
Star.
Well, we're having James Court.
Oh.
Because Skylar refused to answer my question, so now allegedly I'm defaming him because he doesn't
You
want to
are.
answer my question.
You asked him a loaded question, kept
So?
pressuring him into it, and you kept having allegations and assumptions that my
No,
client
I never assumed.
little boys.
I never assumed anything. I just pointed out the fact that he didn't answer the question yet. That's all.
Yes, because you kept going. You didn't let him answer.
It's
You
not
didn't let
illegal.
my client answer.
It's not illegal to ask a question.
Judge, I want order in this goddamn court.
You don't get order.
Now
This is
George-
James'
George
court.
is the bailiff.
Hold up.
This
Hold
is
up. I'm the
James'
bailiff?
court.
Hey,
You
you're
don't
the
give a
bailiff.
shit.
This nigga James right now. What's
Can
happening?
you beat him up?
Do that.
Is George coming in distant for anybody else? Like
Yeah,
he's
George
like-
is quiet as
does
fuck.
sound quiet.
Oh,
Oh, what is that? What is that?
God,
What is that?
George-
You first?
he's crossing through the internet.
Skynet. Skynet.
Our
Tell
war
where
games.
it's real.
It's fucking
Oh,
our
man.
war games happening.
Oh wow, would you like to play a game?
Strange. The only winning move is to not play.
Oh well.
No, nobody.
No, I
was
got it.
drinking. Sorry.
I've been drinking the watermelon.
I'm sorry.
God,
It's a
damn.
Beyonce song. It's a Beyonce song with Jay-Z in it.
Is it?
You fucking lucked out, you son of a bitch.
What? How did I luck out? I know what that song is.
No, I said lucked out, and you used something that you could get away with versus just saying I was drinking some watermelon flavored because I'm black, James.
What? I wasn't talking about you. You said I was drinking, and I immediately went, I've been drinking watermelon, like, because that just reminded me of the quote. I
Let's
didn't
move
give
on.
a shit.
Let's talk about James Court and end it. I sentenced James to death.
Look, Skylar, just answer the question. Do you fuck boys or not? It's a
But
simple.
do
My
you?
client does not have to answer that question.
But
Look.
do you?
I don't.
Oh, countersue.
I don't. I do.
My
not
client is
fuck little boys.
countersuing you.
And you know what?
Oh,
I'm
you-
confident
you
enough.
fuck
Can I
little
press,
boys.
can I press X to doubt?
Yeah, you can.
You can
Man,
press
there is
X
a
to
button
doubt,
at
but
our
you
desk.
can't get. You don't got nothing on me. You got nothing on me.
I think
And
we
then
have
the-
many
on you.
things on you, actually.
Lewis has plenty of screenshots of you saying questionable things.
Lewis
I'm
won't
pretty
come in
sure
here
if I
during.
looked- I'm pretty sure if I
Lew-
looked into the chat,
If,
we
if,
could
if,
look
pretty
up about
sure
how
if
you
I
said the
looked
reason-
pinned in
Lewis,
fucking
Lewis won't come in here. It's the DADCast. He's,
There
he's,
is a
he's-
pinned message.
literally, I did it. I already have so much proof. It's really fucking easy. Look, you look pinned in the anime. You have James saying, "I'm into little boys. I am the FBI. Fucking Boys Institute." I mean, I put my penis inside just about anything I'd find attractive enough. Says James.
I don't remember what chat it was. Remember that one quote he said about the reason he kept calling you a pedophile is so all eyes would be on you and the children would all belong to him?
Yes, I remember that. Also,
I can also pull out some quotes here.
Go for it.
Skylar. Man, I am confusing Claude and Skylar too much today. It's a
how?
I don't know.
We're not
Skylar,
the same race. We don't even sound the same.
I know. So I'd like to
His
remind
beard is
everybody.
better than mine.
I'd like to
Shinji's
remind everybody
different
that
taste, and I
Skylar
don't
said.
see Shinji as a little boy.
I'd like to remind everybody, you know, it's okay because Galactus isn't a cute vampire lolly.
Yeah, but that was clearly that
Much
was
more
a joke,
sketchier
though.
things he said.
Yeah, that's
Wait.
not even as bad. The things I've said.
Wait, hold up. Am I coming
Skylar
in?
also, yeah,
You know what?
Okay, all right, just making sure I was coming.
Skylar also posted that album of the little lolly girl who wants to die.
What?
Oh, George,
Wow.
you, please.
Yeah, that's from the Girls Last Tour fucking manga artist. That's actually a good fucking fucking comic. Fuck you, trying to defame me.
Skylar
for
is
my
Skylar is
slander.
also in love with a small lolly.
That's not true at all.
It is.
My client is allowed to be in love with whoever he wishes as long
No,
as he
but
does
that's
not
not
act
even-
upon his urges.
Not
She-
even a
she's
true
2D.
statement.
She's
Oh, so
2D.
it's okay. So it's okay if he wants to fuck little kids, but only as
Has
long
my
as he doesn't
client
actually do
sexually
it.
molested any child, Mr. Hansen?
But he wants
You're already
to.
on trial. You're about to get your third strike soon enough, James.
Damn, that's
Do it.
that's
Do
straight
it,
to
copper.
D-block.
Fucking do it, bitch. I dare you. I'll murder everyone in that fucking prison.
You wouldn't even fight one person.
No, you wouldn't. We had the last
Yeah,
After Dark. We've
we're
already
gonna
proven
get
you'd
it.
suck all the dicks.
I will murder everyone in that prison with AIDS.
The
I will-
slowest killer.
I will ensure that I get AIDS so that every person's penis that I suck will die.
And every time someone contracts from you, they play that line from Darkest Dungeon of slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Exactly. I mutter that with the dick in my mouth.
Ugh.
Oh god.
Why is that
All
groan
right.
button a thing?
You heard of a body count, motherfucker? Just wait till you see me in prison.
Yeah.
James, like, joke's on you. You shouldn't have fucked me 3 times.
Dumbass. Now
Look
you
at
got
you.
triple AIDS.
And I have all my splinters.
But see, the thing is, I'm not talking about wood splinters. I actually keep several rats hidden inside my asshole.
James, shut the fuck up.
Ah.
Yeah, stop it. Not even- no, I don't like that at all.
Well, that's why they call me the Rat King.
No one calls you
Alright.
that. You call yourself that.
That's not
Can
true.
we-
There's
now-
a
now can
comic
we-
that's
now can we-
launched,
can we
Drew,
move on
that
from
says
this?
Rat King.
Rat King? Is that what it says?
It's either Rat King or Rat Boy. Oh, it's Rat Boy Genius. That's what it says.
All right. See,
Way to be wrong
Alright.
instantly.
Damn.
awesome.
So, God. Yeah, never mind. Yeah. Hey, Claude.
What do you want from me?
Well, I mean, I think you know, but
Answer the question.
No, I'll do that when we start to lose steam.
okay.
Don't even worry about the thing. Listen,
I
you
wasn't
have
even-
something to look forward to.
All right. Lightning round. Skylar,
Yes.
favorite lolly. Go.
Fuck you. I guess I
We know
got
the
it.
answer though,
It'd be Shinobu from Monogatari. Probably.
Okay.
because she can turn into a
Not
hot woman.
Several non-lolly forms.
Two non-lolly forms.
That
and
is
then-
more than one. That is several.
No, it is not how the word several works.
Shut up. That's more than one. It's multiple.
Yeah, but how many
pair of-
times do you actually see her in that? You see one of them in one season only, and then
No,
you see
she-
the other.
Man, let's not
Multiple
argue this.
seasons.
All right, James.
off.
Favorite
Fuck
soda.
you,
Go.
bitch.
Favorite
bitch.
soda? We already asked this,
Yeah.
but it's Dr Pepper. No, it's Cuban.
Shota.
Oh,
Favorite
Shota. Oh,
Shota.
favorite
Dr.
Shota.
Dr.
Yeah,
Pepper.
your old favorite tag.
Christ.
Dr. Pepper.
Ooh, that's a
Just answer
Gone.
Shinji and don't fucking
gone.
play it out. Really?
Gone.
You haven't, you liar. You haven't even read Hunter x Hunter.
I like his design.
Do
But
you?
not
'Cause I think his
Shinji?
design's kind of not good.
You like Gon more than Shinji.
I
Gon's
don't
a better
think- I
character
don't-
than
I don't-
Shinji.
That's
Like-
false, but I don't think Shinji.
Yeah, it's
I don't,
false,
I don't
Mister.
really.
I haven't seen the show.
Yeah, I just personally don't think Shinji much.
Mister,
is-
I love Clemps and Eye Patch Wolf, and I love their opinions, but I won't agree with that thing that I haven't seen that they love.
Anyway, I just don't really think of Shinji as like a Shota. I always think of I
Bro,
always
he's
I
fucking
look at him,
14, bitch.
I know I look at him and I think teenager, not Shota.
That actually weird,
Your
like it's really
Honor,
weird.
When I
'cause
saw
you-
this small child look like a full-grown woman, I didn't know she was 7, Your Honor.
And so you say that I'm weird for thinking that Karen is not a lolly, even though she doesn't look. She doesn't look like a lolly. She's still a teenager.
Wait,
Fuck
who?
you.
What?
Karen.
Oh no, Karen's different because Karen's like in middle school, and
So is
Shinji's in
Shinji.
Shinji's in
Listen,
high
Shinji
school.
is not in high school.
Shinji's in high school.
No, he's not. 14 is
He's in
not
middle
high
school.
school.
Is he?
I
Oh,
don't
that's right.
even
That's how
like
Japan
Ava,
works.
and I know
whatever.
he's in like fucking middle school.
He's
I see that
14.
it goes back to the same thing. I never thought it was middle school. It always felt like a
Because
high
you were
school.
always too sexually
I
attracted
don't
to him
now.
to
I
think
don't
about
think
those things.
they say what kind of school it is, but he's 14, and you're only in high school for 3 years in Japan. So I think you have to be 15 to be a first year.
Okay. I don't know. I look at Shinji and I never think, oh, that's a
And you
Shota.
just get an erection, don't you?
Let's move on.
I always think, oh, he's like a young high school student. But anyway, yes.
But anyway.
Claude,
Yes.
least favorite main character from an anime that you like.
To whom?
I said Claude.
Oh, I didn't hear.
Yeah.
Least favorite main character that I like from least
From
favorite
an
main
anime.
character from an anime I like.
Yeah. I know that's a little long-winded, but
That's hard because like the main character is typically the driving force. So, and I wouldn't have like an anime I really like that has a terrible main character. The only thing that comes to mind now, which I only like to an extent, I think it has cool parts, is Claymore. There is a like basically secondary character who's like, you know, with the main character all the time. His name is like, I think his name was like Rock, and all he did was fucking cry. He cried and cried and cried. He cried like Midoriya in My Hero Academia, but without doing anything successful.
damn.
It was literally anytime she fought and was about to kill someone, he cried and begged her not to.
Did she
If
do
I
it?
think it's, I mean, sometimes. I like how they showed her off as like this like monstrous badass, like, oh man, she's so cool. And then you meet the other members of the cast and you find out she's actually a scrub lord in comparison.
Damn.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess that's my answer because I can't think of a show I liked as a main character I don't like. I mean, maybe I mean, I like I was about to say Death Note. I like fuck, what was it? Soul Eater well enough. But then there's apparently some main there's some main characters in that I'm like, all right,
Black
whatever.
Star is the worst. Fuck that character.
Black Star is the worst.
Black
Tsubaki is for
Star.
him.
Tsubaki is like one of the better characters in that show, and yeah, she's sucks. She always attached to Black Star, and I hate him so much.
Yeah, like she's way too good for him. But
And I also don't like Death the Kid either. I think he's annoying.
I think Death the Kid's great because he's stupid.
He just annoyed me.
Okay, Skylar.
Least favorite main character?
No, well,
Disappointing?
I mean, if you want to answer that too, you can. But that's not what my
Oh.
question was gonna be.
That's fine. I don't care about that question. Ask
Okay.
me what you want to ask me.
I asked this to everyone else earlier today, but Warlock cast some bullshit on you, right? And you're now as tall as Godzilla. You're 80 meters tall, and you don't have to worry about sustaining yourself. You can eat like fucking concrete or whatever you want, and it'll sustain you. How do you go about your life now that you're 80 meters tall?
Well, I mean, it fucks up a lot of things about my life, to be honest. I was trying to, like, the first thing would just be like trying to figure out how to effectively utilize the internet now that I'm too large for all kinds of electronics.
Priority.
Yeah, like it's a problem. So I gotta like contact some people to get me giant 80-foot tall headphones and a phone.
How you gotta pay for that?
Bitch, I'm 80 feet tall. What are they gonna do? Not give it to me?
80 meters tall.
Whatever. That's
That
bigger
makes
than
it
80
even
feet tall.
worse.
That's
Yeah,
way bigger. That's
it's
triple
way
the
bigger.
height.
Yeah, so like I'm a giant kaiju. They're gonna give me my fucking phone, or else I'm gonna crush Tokyo.
You gonna go to Tokyo? You're in America. You're in Florida.
Yeah.
You're gonna be so mad you go straight to Tokyo
Oh
and crush
no!
it.
There goes Tokyo. Fucking give me my phone, bitch.
Cell signal strong enough to give niggas cancer. Like,
Everyone who works on it has like fucking stage 4.
oh man. His phone is just a massive ant farm just to keep everyone keep everything working.
It has to have a giant Evangelion plug to plug it in to keep it fucking from dying.
Yeah.
You don't plug it in, the timer goes up. We have 5 minutes. 5 minutes of power.
Oh man, that's ridiculous. But I love it though. You drop your phone and actually half the population having to stay in there is just dead. Like, oops.
Yeah. Oh, whoops. Oops. Man, I'm a fucking klutz, dude. That'd be like way worse when I'm that big. Accidentally just stumble and kill like 100 people.
Like James was acting like everything would be good. He's like, I'd ask for a giant kaiju suit. I'd ask for a Godzilla suit, and I'd have fun with it. I was like, who would commission that? Who would actually take the time to build something that massive, a suit to tailor you in that? It's impossible to tailor. And then I was like, James, like the smallest incident, you bumping up against the building, cost so many people their lives.
Okay, question.
Answer, you go first.
Am I naked? My
No,
clothes.
your clothes were able to
first
grow
off-
with you.
Okay. But how do I like bathe? Like, do I like? Do I gotta do like?
Mariana Trench, bruh.
Well, luckily for
Why
you,
not?
we live by the coast, and the Gulf of Mexico
No,
is
that
right
is
there.
true. But like, you can't like wash your clothes in salt water because the salt gets in them. So like, I gotta like go to like Mississippi or some shit so that I can wash my clothes in fresh water.
Well, if you're 80 meters tall, you could probably make it there in like X number of hours or maybe a day. Just walk
Yeah,
there.
that's true.
I like to think
Just
like when
see
Skylar
this
gets that big.
Children looking up as you're washing your clothes and you see this massive cock and balls.
Massive hairy ass. My fucking silverback gorilla back, and I'm over there fucking. I feel so bad, man. I also shed like a fucking dog, also, so it's just like just giant fucking hairs everywhere, forever.
Vile.
Yeah. I gotta go to the bathroom because I was drinking lots. I'm on mute. Someone else ask a question.
Fucking, I wasn't prepared. I don't have a question.
Too bad, bitch. Ask a question.
George.
George is deafened and muted.
George
It's
is
me,
definitely.
you, and
Damn
Stewie.
it! Fucking damn it! Okay, Stewie.
Yeah.
Fuck. All right, sure, whatever. So, you've been around the internet for a bit. So, if you had,
Unfortunately.
yeah, if you had to make another dumb, like internet spooky monster into a film, which one would you pick?
Oh my god. If I were to have fucking Momo.
Yeah.
Momo?
No.
That's not even a
Yeah,
bad
yeah.
one. That's not
The
even
right
a bad
answer
one.
was the
You see, that's the thing.
Starring
There's
Solange.
no established lore right now.
Yeah.
So I could literally just do whatever I want.
There is some actually there is some established
Not
lore.
really.
Well,
It's a fucking
I mean, have you-
sculpture made by some Japanese.
Yeah,
woman.
but it's actually being used by a app on the App Store, or was until it got taken down. Basically saying, "Oh, you have to
so it's
text."
not already taken down, so it doesn't matter.
But
Yeah,
no,
that-
let me
that-
finish.
that's not
It was
true.
taken down because what was happening was kids were using this app and it was using Momo. And I mean, that's how this thing got found out. Is he was using Momo saying, "Oh, you have to text this thing on WhatsApp, or else it'll come into the night and kill you." And it would say shit like, "Burn your arm with boiling water" and shit. Like,
Oh.
and that's why it got taken down. Is like a fucking
Okay,
kid in
well-
Australia burned his whole
Look,
arm.
look, I don't have to do anything because look, a Slenderman had some shit lore already. I can just do what I want.
They
Fuck
didn't
you.
even use the lore.
What are you gonna do? Fight me?
No, but the
Don't do
Slenderman,
that. You're a coward.
the Slenderman movie also ignored like all of the lore except for the fact that he goes for children.
Real shit. I really
Yeah.
just want a Marble Hornets adaptation.
They already there was a Marble Hornets movie that just sucked. Like that was
Marble
that-
Hornet, what's that?
Marble Hornets, yeah.
Marble Hornets
Marble
was
Hornets-
like a really expansive Slenderman like YouTube channel. Like
It was yeah, basically it was like when Slenderman. That was you could really say that was the thing that got Slenderman big, because it was
Yeah.
like he was on like something awful forums before that. But then there was a channel that was called Marble Hornets that basically was like a found footage like faux documentary type deal with this guy that was like going through some old tapes, and he like found a bunch of footage of Slenderman. It was basically him recording himself going about trying to figure out what the deal with him was. And he kind of started this huge wave of like internet horror things with
He
people
started
like
creepypasta?
no,
He
not
didn't
really-
start
not
it,
creepypasta,
but he did
but it's
establish.
like
There were a lot of things
that
established
format.
in Marble Hornets that
It's
like
very
that came
much
out.
the format of guy with a camcorder is going through old tapes or filming some bullshit that he found. There's a monster, and it's like a big multimedia like Twitter and Tumblr and Reddit and whatever and YouTube videos kind of thing with like a storyline that's like faux real. Like you're supposed to like pretend that it's real and
Mhm.
interface with it on the internet. There was Marble Hornets was the big one. There was a side channel that was like To the Ark or whatever. That was the
Mhm.
part of that story. And then there was fucking Tribe 12, the guy and like the weird mask people or whatever. And there's like
Mhm.
Every Man Hybrid, which was the gimmick with that one, was that like literally every single creepypasta monster was real. So like there's like the Rake in that and shit. And
Marble
there's
Hornets
a-
was actually
there's a
significantly
fuckload.
high quality for the time.
Yeah. Well, 'cause
That's a shame
it was-
that there was a movie that came out that was bad. That
It's
sucks.
Marble Hornets was good in the sense that it basically invented a lot of the tropes that these things use. Like
Yeah.
there's a lot of things where like there's a lot of copycats. And there are some
Yeah.
good ones that are pretty high production value, like fucking the West Records, which is like the gimmick with that one is that it's literally a documentary team are doing shit in that one. So they actually have like high
The fuck
quality
is that?
cameras and stuff.
That's
Snoring,
Stewie.
blowing your nose?
That's Stewie snoring. Fuck you. We're talking about lore and shit. Fuck you. Tell me more
We're
about
also
what's
talking about like Slenderman lore.
not
Talking about
Slenderman,
just
but
like internet
creepypasta
fucking
shit. Tell me more about the
The
West.
right answer
West-
though, the right answer would have been SCP though.
See, here's
Yeah,
the thing. All right.
SCP would have been. It was the right answer. Yeah, I agree with that statement.
Yeah.
All right. Let me, James. I've never asked this on podcast, but
Mhm.
DADCast becomes successful, right? And they're like,
Wow.
we want to make a movie out of the DADCast. Choose who plays each of us.
Okay.
Wow.
Skylar is played by Jonah Hill.
Damn.
Alright.
Fuck
Damn.
yes.
George is
Skinny or
played middle
Man,
ground.
bro,
Jonah
I
Hill.
don't have. I don't look
Healthy.
anything like Jonah Hill.
Healthy
I-
Jonah Hill.
I don't look anything like Jonah Hill. Though. I don't understand.
Yeah,
that
I know.
casting at all.
Anyway, George is played by The Weeknd.
Whoa.
We're not even the same complexion.
That's not important that if you're the same complexion or not.
I
Oh
don't
well,
know,
maybe Kendrick actually. Maybe Kendrick.
Wow.
I'll
He's not an
take that.
actor. He's not an actor though. He's just a.
Yeah, I know.
No,
I don't
he
know
was-
fucking actors.
He was in a show.
You don't?
I don't really know actors all that well. I mean, George would be played by Kendrick, and then I guess Claude would be played by the guy that did Black Panther. I guess.
Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll take Chadwick Boseman. Fine.
You don't get Chadwick Boseman. Skylar, fuck you.
Can I be Michael B. Jordan?
No.
No,
and then-
give him Robert Downey Jr. in the blackface he wore in Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, that's.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, I guess
Yes.
okay, fine. That's what George gets.
George.
I am also played by Jonah Hill.
No, you're played by
No.
Ron Jeremy.
Nah, nigga, you played by a fucking kid rocking a fat suit, nigga. Don't
Nah,
sit
you-
here.
Excuse you, I get to choose. I
Played
live
by
in
Michael Moore.
Who?
Damn.
Oh wait, Michael Moore's the Michael Moore's the I know who he is. He's the fat guy with the hat, the director of all the documentaries.
I like how you start off with the description with the fat guy with the hat, and then you realize what he actually was.
Mm-hmm.
Because any fat guy can wear a hat.
Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
Larry the Cable Guy.
No.
Give James Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah, man. You guys ever heard Larry the Cable Guy not put on the accent? Because the accent's
Yeah,
super
I actually
fake.
have heard that. Yeah, it's weird.
That shit's
Yeah.
weird. And
That's
then
what you. That's what you look like to me though in your fucking picture you have for work.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it,
what?
it's the fucking same.
Oh.
hat.
It was taken right before he said "get her done."
Get her done.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, I need this photo taken. Get her done. Stewie is played by. Oh man,
There's a wrong answer.
who played the Nazi in Inglorious Bastards?
You
Oh,
mean
you're talking
all the
about
Nazis that were in that
Yeah,
movie?
there's a.
You,
fuckload.
there is the Nazi.
Yeah, I forgot his name.
I think you mean.
I know what you mean now, but that was terrible. That's like, hey, who played the
There
Nazi
is-
in Schindler's List? Like what?
Who
Yeah,
played
but
the-
is there
who
like
plays the
is there like the
Who
Nazi
played
in
the black
Schindler's
guy
List?
in Black Panther?
Well, yeah, but then that's when you would say Chadwick Boseman because like that's the main
But
guy.
they're all
That's
black.
like an almost all
the
black
entire
cast.
cast.
Yeah, but there's like a main guy is the thing. There's a main
The
Nazi
black
in
one.
Inglorious
He
Bastard.
He
The
plays the
black one.
If you
That-
say the black guy in Black Panther, James will not acknowledge Michael B. Jordan. It has to be Chadwick
Yeah,
Boseman.
fuck you, Michael B.
Michael B.
Not
Jordan's
black
the
at all.
the other guy, right? The Is This Your King guy? Is that him?
Oh, that's right. You didn't see the movie. I was about to say, well, like, what? Did you not?
Michael B. Jordan is the guy from Creed.
He didn't watch. I doubt he watched Creed. I doubt
didn't
he
watch-
watched any of the Rocky movies.
I haven't.
Creed was really good, by the way. If you
I just had zero interest in Rocky as a franchise, so I
You don't
just
like
never watched
boxing,
Creed.
that's why, though, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
I love boxing.
But the boxing in Rocky is always dumb and bad.
Like,
It's super,
I
'cause
could
there's no defense. No one defends themselves.
They all just
Like,
take punches to the face constantly.
I would watch a boxing match, but I'm not gonna watch Rocky. I'd rather just watch a boxing match.
But
I'll
Rocky's not
tell
even
you.
about
I'll tell you when to watch then.
Do you want to know how many minutes of boxing there is in Rocky 1?
Not enough.
Like 4.
I mean,
movie-
the boxing match is half an hour.
Yeah, there's about 4 minutes of boxing in Rocky 1. And that movie's
Yeah, I also-
fantastic. It's a fantastic movie.
I don't care about Sylvester Stallone, so whatever.
You don't like the first Judge Dredd?
He's a good actor.
I didn't watch
Oh,
the first.
man,
I didn't watch
I
the
love
first Judge Dredd.
He is the law.
I only saw the
Oh,
remake.
yeah.
How dare you betray the law?
I only saw the remake. I really like
Can
the
we talk
remake.
about like how ridiculous the sentences are in Judge Dredd?
There's that one scene in particular where he's talking to the villain, and he's like, "How dare you betray the law?" And he's like, "Law." He sounds like fucking like he almost sounds like a fucking Tim Allen grunt.
It's so good.
Doesn't Rob Schneider get like 35 years in jail for littering?
Yes.
Rob Schneider was in that movie.
He's fucking.
Yeah.
Of course he is. He was in the '90s. He was in every movie.
Yeah, yeah. He was
I might have-
he was like the second actor, like the number 2. He was that like fish that stays underneath the shark's belly and is always with it, like in that
Oh
movie.
yeah.
I might have to actually watch that movie then.
Do you
Why
like
you watched
Rob
Rob
Schneider?
Schneider's movies?
No,
Watch
I said I might have to. I might
Rob
watch
Schneider.
Judge Dredd. Is what I'm saying.
Why don't you just watch the good one with Carl Urban?
That's the remake, right? The one I watched.
Yeah, that's the raid.
Yeah,
it
I
is.
I
It's-
saw.
It's the raid with guns.
The raid
Yeah,
had
I-
guns.
Yeah, but it was mostly martial arts shit though.
It was half and half.
Anyway,
Half-
yeah.
Most of them died from guns. The only time you really saw martial arts was with the main character.
I guess. That's
Anyway,
fair.
so I don't have to watch Judge Dredd, the original one, because
mean-
the remake
I
is the
mean,
remake
it's-
better.
It's like
Yes.
I don't think it's that
Okay.
fucking bad, to be honest.
It's not bad. It's a
it's-
product of its time. You could tell it's a 90s movie.
Very 90s. If you
I
like
do
cheesy 90s
like-
action
I
movies-
do like Demolition Man though. Demolition Man's great.
That's what I was gonna say. If you like cheesy 90s action movies, just watch Demolition Man instead. Because that
Yeah.
one is like tongue in cheek and fun and retarded.
Fucking
Yeah.
Jesse
Wesley Snipes is
Ventura,
great.
He is
everything he's in.
Ace Ventura, what?
Jesse Ventura.
I thought you were saying Ace Ventura. I was like, that's Jim Carrey, but I did love those too.
Those are
Y'all-
good.
all right,
Did you know
so
that
may-
they had a sequel called The Son of Jesse Ventura. It's great.
Do y'all remember? Did y'all? You guys have seen the Ace Ventura movies, right?
Yeah, of
Yes.
course.
Do you remember this? I forget which movie it is. I think it's the first one at the very beginning where he goes up to a woman's door, and then like she answers it, and she's like kind of she's an attractive like woman, and there's a point where like he just like grabs the top of the door frame, and like she moves out of frame. Is she giving him head in that scene? I've never understood what that scene was.
I don't.
It's been
I
so
remember what you're
long.
talking about, but I like
It's
barely
been
remember
far
the
too-
context of that scene at all. I don't know. I don't think it would be that. Well, I don't know. That's a good question.
Like I
No.
just remember the
Yeah, it
like,
is the
what
first one
happens
because
in
it's the
first
one with the
major
dolphin.
movie. Yeah, then that's the first because he was dealing with Miami
Yeah.
Dolphins in the first one, and the second one he was
Yeah.
going to Africa, and he was White
Yeah.
Devil. And James,
Yes.
in your next picture for that place you work for, style your hair like his.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't think I even have enough hair for
Just
that.
get any haircut, please.
Any haircut, please.
He's like, no, I don't want to cut my hair. It's gonna reveal my dent to the world.
To the world. Oh, what a world.
I can't take my hat off if everyone will see the dent.
And then they'll
Man, you
call
need to
me
get on
Harvey
these after
Dent.
works more often, man. Like all the lore gets made here.
So good.
Hey guys, welcome to the Lorecast.
It's every podcast of lore, guys. There's always something new we learn. Today we learned that George is actually a robot from the future, but they
Yes.
didn't give him all the Windows updates
No,
before he
no,
left,
no.
so he's not.
He's
not
he's
really
a
doing it.
he's a robot from the future while also entering and exiting the ghost zone. You can't forget that part.
Robo-Ghost.
A robo
So what you're
ghost.
saying is, I'm Skulker.
Yes.
Pretty
Oh
much,
my
yeah.
god, he is Skulker.
Yeah.
We thought he was Darrell Phantom all along,
Well,
but
Skulker
no,
is
he's
actually
Skulker.
a tiny ghost in a robot
Yeah.
body.
Is there?
Yeah,
he?
Yes.
because he's a super small ghost.
Yeah. I remember that.
I remember that.
Hey guys, welcome to the Danny Phantom Lorecast, episode 325. Now we're gonna
Support
talk about
Butch
Danny Phantom's
Hartman's
haircut.
Kickstarter.
Why do you rely on that? I remember you making that exact same fucking joke for My Hero Academia. You said My Hero Academia podcast number such and such and such, and we're gonna talk about Deku's hair and what it means to the story. Where did you get that from?
I don't know.
Nothing. Nothing. It's
You
just
could've-
where I go
you-
from.
You could have just gone with the very easy Butch Hartman Kickstarter joke.
No.
Yeah,
fuck,
Oasis.
fuck, but
Oasis.
did you guys hear that? That's apparently all like that was apparently going to be faith-based media, and he just didn't talk about that at all during the entire Kickstarter.
I feel like that was.
He said it was all gonna be family friendly. That's what he
Yeah,
said.
but yes, but it's actually going to be like a lot of it's going to be faith-based, so like Christianity stuff. And he said as much in like his like pseudo apology that he had, like, oh, sorry I didn't tell you that, people that I was asking money for. I promise it won't entirely be faith-based, but you know,
I want to Butch Hartman.
we don't
if you
even know
listen
what's
to
even
this,
going to be
which
on
you-
there.
which you should be. Apologize by making official porn of Ember. You'll feel sorry then.
Yeah.
No, no. I think that Kickstarter actually succeeded.
It did. I thought you were gonna say I thought he did make official porn of Ember. I was like he would never.
I was also thought he was gonna say that.
Man, remember when Butch Hartman told Tara Strong live on a podcast that he thinks she was responsible for one of their coworkers' suicides?
What?
There was a woman, don't know her name. She had a lot of mental health issues, and she's like a prominent voice actress. She ended up killing herself at a time right before Butch Hartman and Tara Strong were on a show together. And they were talking about like, oh, you know, she passed, and like, and Butch Hartman like looks at Tara Strong and is like, I think you might have had something to do with that. And like Tara Strong just makes the most like uncomfortable sound when he says that. And it's like,
Wait,
oh,
while
was
you're
even
on
the
that
joke,
point,
though?
what is your most favorite moment of anyone being uncomfortable with their co-host?
anytime I'm on the DADCast and I make a joke.
Fuck you.
Yes,
That's
fair.
That's us.
I guess. My favorite will always be George W. Bush doesn't care about black people.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
my
yeah.
favorite.
That's the correct answer.
That's classic. You can't. beat
Looking
that.
at fucking Mike Myers' face, he double takes and he doesn't know what to do.
And
And then Mike Myers actually came out and said like he agrees with him.
My
When did he ever
favorite
say that, James?
thing.
He made
No,
a public
shut the
announcement saying he
Shut the
actually
fuck up.
agrees
Let me
with him.
fucking say my thing before we get into James doing a bunch of bullshit. My favorite thing about that clip is when it cuts to fucking Chris Tucker afterward, who looks equally confused and scared.
Yeah. He's quiet for a couple seconds and he's like, yeah.
Because Kanye is just so intense and rambling. God, it's so good. I want to give
Oh,
quick
man.
shout out.
Oh, he claimed this. He talked about this in 2014, like years after that it actually happened. But yeah, Mike Myers did actually end up making a statement saying that he agreed with Kanye, at least on a emotional level.
But that's not the time to do it, man. Motherfuckers just
Oh,
died.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, I do
Kanye's
want to give
feeling
quick
kinda
shout
low.
out.
Now Kanye doesn't care about black people.
Yeah, you're right. See, that's why Kanye is confusing to me, because that man wrote New Slaves, and then how he's talking about how it's a choice. I don't know.
400
man.
years of slavery? That sounds like the choice to me.
Fuck.
Are y'all gonna go to slavery today?
Yikes.
Yeah, I heard Massa John over in the other plantation has better benefits.
I'm gonna ask you.
They got better slave care.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the clip of it's the girl? It's like during like the Olympic opening ceremony, and it was like it was when it was in Greece, and the lady holding the fucking flame in her hand just got blown out by the wind.
No.
And you see, yeah. So it was like
What?
it was before they, because there's like the Olympic tradition of you have to carry the flame and put it in the big thing at their opening ceremony. Well, like before the opening ceremony, before they actually lit the flame, there's this thing where like a little thing, part of the thing or whatever, where a bunch of girls were like doing like a dance or some shit, and one of them was holding the flame in their hands, and it just got blown out by the wind.
George, mute.
Seriously.
I did. That was actually signing
And-
back into my phone.
The look of confusion,
Let's turn off feedback.
terror
We'd solve that
on her
problem.
face.
I want to hear Skylar's story.
Yeah, she's like she's holding the fucking like ceremonial flame in her hand that is blown out, and the look of confusion and terror on her face is something I'll never
Because
forget.
that is the biggest you fucked up possible. Because
But if she
motherfuckers run that flame across countries.
She couldn't
Yeah,
even
but
do
the thing
anything
is
about it.
that flame goes out all the time.
It does
like
actually.
it's
It doesn't change the fact that people run across countries with it, James.
Yeah.
and it goes out all the time when they run across countries with it.
People attack them when they hold it.
Yeah, a lot of people actually don't like the Olympics coming to their country. A lot.
Fire
Like-
bad.
Like 'cause,
No,
like,
they don't like the Olympics coming to their country because it typically is.
Oh yeah, boy, I do hate the economic growth we have from this.
No,
I mean,
it's-
there's a lot
Well,
of no, whatever, man. I don't want to get into
Toronto as a
politics.
city
here.
lost.
Yeah,
money.
it like super fucks them in the end most of the
Does
time.
it actually? I thought it was a
Yeah,
massive
they-
economic boost.
No,
No, they-
no.
they
Yeah, for like a
always say
day,
that.
and then it just
They-
dies.
They
Or-
always say that, but the comment, like the way that you prepare for the Olympics, you like build all the stadiums, a bunch of bullshit. That's very expensive.
Let's build these
Yeah.
stadiums right next to all these poor people, and then block the view from the airport of all the poor people, so
And
the
then
tourists
well,
don't.
also-
Brazil, right?
These stadiums
Yes.
we're never gonna use ever again. So like
Yeah.
that's
Literally
they,
never
they talk,
again.
they talk
Like
about a lot.
Beijing, I don't even think they've used theirs recently.
It's
I don't
really
Reminder
bad
that
in, like,
Toronto's
Toronto.
isn't finished.
It's
I wonder
really
what
bad in
Japan's gonna do.
Toronto. Yeah.
Fucking
the
look
thing,
at
man.
Atlanta, man. There's nothing but like homeless people around. Like where fucking the
Yeah,
Olympics were.
exactly. The one in Montreal,
super
fucking
sad.
squatters just living there. Or sorry, in Vancouver.
Hold on, let's go to the people who haven't talked. Stewie asked George a question because George has been downloading shit.
George, how was your day today?
My day to day, fuck kids.
You asked
Fuck
him the
kids.
most.
Don't.
Yeah, you
No,
were
don't
talking about how
fuck
you just got a 12-year-old girlfriend, right? How'd that go?
Yeah, how'd that go for you?
You
I
don't
heard
have a
you.
12-year-old girlfriend, you punk bitch. Fucking kids are
She was 14.
gorge.
She was
of
14.
Fucking.
I met her at the quinceanera.
I didn't even hear what he said, but I already know it's super fucked. So, I was eating, I was out at a friend's baby shower. It was fine. I had a
Wow,
feeling.
starting that young, huh?
Wait, Skylar, I hope you're enjoying this, cause like I'm gonna fuck you with these pedo jokes when you're done. I hope you know this.
Get him.
I left
Get
you
'em.
alone. the
Get him,
most.
Skylar. Get him,
You
Skylar.
know what, George? You know what? That's fair.
Exactly. So yeah, fucking went to the thing. Fucking a small child kept staring at me. Next thing I know, her fucking sister comes over and is like, "Oh, you're her boyfriend now." It's like, no, go away, please.
I like this. I
No.
like not being in jail. Thank you.
Exactly. I like.
No,
I
it's a blood contract now.
It's a I have to sign the blood contract though.
No, you don't. They just need your blood. You're good.
Where would they get my blood? You know what? Fuck it.
Don't worry
All
about
right,
it.
Dewey, quick question.
you
Alright.
almost got mad. You did it. I'm proud of you.
Fucking
Don't get caught up in his rhythm.
how much would it cost you to put a thumbtack in James' pee-pee hole?
For
Look.
free. Didn't he
Yeah.
already ask this question?
Yeah,
I did.
James.
I was
James.
the originator of this question.
James.
Yeah, exactly. What's up?
How much, James? How much would I have to pay you to eat an entire bowl of communion wafers?
I already told you. I do it for free. I don't care.
James,
What?
how much
You
would I have
want
to
me
pay you
take
to
money?
eat an entire choir boy?
That's all right. He's lying. Here's what the actual full scenario was. He asked how much to eat a bowl of communion wafers. Like, I don't know, man, $5. And then Stewie said, "How much for you to do it with cum on drizzled on it?" And he was like, "This could be a bit more money." And I don't remember how.
It was gonna be more money as if it's generic brand. If it's the Rite Aid.
Yeah, he was talking about Walmart brand Great Value or whatever cum.
Semen off the
What's that?
street.
Jesus
But then
Christ.
Skylar came up as always.
Mm-hmm.
What?
And it was how much
Why?
for Skylar's cum on it? Because he loves you. And he said he would do it for free.
You just gotta get it. So, Skylar, my
I don't
question
like-
is, how much
I
would
don't
it
like
cost you to
this-
sprinkle your cum on
All right, we'll see if the
communion
bet was
wafers?
real. Well, yeah, answer the. All right.
I don't
Don't
like
even
this
answer it.
lore
What's your
that's being
response
put
to
in my
that?
ear. What's my response to him having my cum on the communion wafers?
Yeah, how like his question because this is a bet we had earlier. So act like we didn't talk about half of this. His question to you is how much for you to sprinkle your cum on, on communion wafers
On
for James
all
to eat?
communion wafers?
Yeah.
How much will I have to get paid?
Yeah,
Fuck,
do know
man.
you're probably gonna go to hell, but whatever.
Oh, who gives a fuck? Yeah, I feel like I'm enabling him too. So you gotta pay me at least like $1,500.
Damn it!
At least.
What did you? How much did you think, Claude?
What? You were there when we talked about this.
I was probably zoning out because I was doing other shit.
You were super paying attention because cum was involved. Anyway, the answer was that you, like I said, Skylar wouldn't even answer that question because he doesn't want to
okay.
be part of that.
I don't.
God.
You're right, but I wasn't gonna not answer him on a fucking podcast. What do you want from me?
Fair enough. You know what? I didn't factor in that we were on podcasts, so you would kind of have
Got
to
it.
answer something.
Got him.
I have to answer now. Don't want my answer. It's important.
Yeah, my answer. My answer.
This
Anyone else
wine
have
is
any
bad.
questions for anything?
Wow.
It's mango.
Or
I don't-
questions? No answers?
I don't have anything on hand.
I got nothing.
Stewie?
What's
George?
what's the most questionable manga you've read? To anybody that wants to answer.
Stewie would have to think.
I can't answer.
Because, okay, I got mine. I got mine.
Maho Shoujo Girl site. Maho
Oh.
Shoujo site.
Stewie, what was the name of that one manga you showed everyone that was like pretty much about James? It was like about the
fuck.
guy.
Oh wait, which one are you talking about?
man. The one about the guy who's able to go back to his middle school self and he's like,
Oh yeah, that
oh,
one.
Fuck. I don't know if I have that saved or pinned or something, but that's definitely not the most questionable.
That's
that's
cool.
my most questionable, I think.
Stewie read some shit.
Ooh.
Mine, while you think of that, mine because of a conversation I had with Skylar, and I was like, I have to know, was the lesbian manga Citrus. I was like, let me check this out. And I read 10 chapters, and it's just angsty lesbians raping each other.
It's really bad. Yeah, Citrus is bad.
You don't actually see anything, but that's what it is.
For me, it like it can't be anything other than Yuzumori-san. Like that's like literally as questionable as it gets. Even though it's like not like that bad as far as content goes, just the premise alone.
I don't know what that is. What I do know is,
I
is George to put down his
posted
phone.
I posted it in
This
chapter
thing.
4. It's the Yuri manga where it's like the one where it's like the gimmick of it is that the high school girl is super immature and then she like falls in love with like an elementary school girl who's like very
Yep.
mature. And
Yep.
that was
Yeah,
the
that's
joke.
one I've called you on a couple
Yeah.
times, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I have
That-
to. Because
it's
you make it
pretty
seem like you only read
questionable.
quality, and I'm like, and the statement you said that made me question you the most as a human being is I have a high tolerance for creep. But in
I do.
The
I don't
context
think-
of
have a high
this-
tolerance.
Reminder:
you
I
have
don't
high-
think about the age because it makes me feel bad.
Well, yeah, that's the thing he
Ooh,
said.
yeah.
But like the thing that made me
Fuck
question
you.
you so much
I
on
don't want
that
to think
was.
about Noriko being 14. That makes
Listen,
Gunbusters-
all right, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about how you say you had a high creep factor, so you're fine with it. But I'm like, you're basically saying you have a high creep factor for sexual assault, potential sexual assault on elementary school kids.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
So yeah, I'm defaming Skylar when I ask him if he touches kids. Okay, I see how it is.
Well,
Damn.
Thanks.
We got any more questions for anyone?
Ooh.
I'm all
I
out.
don't have anything. I'm empty.
All right then.
What?
Is that my son?
That is me dying. Welcome to the mystery cast. I've been murdered, and you are all in my mansion.
Oh!
How long were you planning this?
This is what I've been planning all day. This is why I wanted to get as many people on as I can. Here's the story, fellas. I am a billionaire. I am a billionaire, and I have done all of you wrong. And I invited you to my mansion, but one of you motherfuckers murdered me, and it's time to find out who murdered me. Each of you, I am about to send who you are. You're still your name or whatever. But like, there's backstory, but never fear, faithful listeners and people who are actually here. Detective James is on the case.
What?
It is your job, James, to figure out which one of them murdered me. I am sending them who they are right now.
Okay.
And after I tell you, after I've sent each person their thing, you will find out who murdered me and why.
What? So what, am I just asking questions?
You're a detective, motherfucker. Do your job. Don't ask me shit. I'm dead.
Oh
George
God! I love
I'm
this.
sending mine to Skylar now.
All right.
Oh God, how in depth does this go?
It's not that in depth. But it's in depth enough.
Okay.
All right. So you got yours now, George?
Why? No. I refuse this
It's too
war.
late.
I
No,
wanna know.
it's why. Everyone has, I guess, a motive. I just said Skylar, the one for him, and now it's going Stewie.
God damn it.
Just pointing out, Skylar muted himself. Interesting.
I'm sorry, I had to pee. So
Yeah. Did
so
you?
that's why I
Did you
didn't-
really?
I
That's-
didn't think
you know-
guys
you know
wanted
who
me to
else-
pee.
You know who else urinates? Murderers.
All right,
Oh,
now
wow.
everyone has been
This
sent their
by the way, this
stories.
investigation's gonna go so well. I can already.
Everyone's been sent their stories. The
Huh?
person who's the killer knows they're the killer. You're not allowed to blatantly just say, "Oh no, I'm not the killer." Well, I mean, I guess you can because you know. So, everyone has their story. Skylar, you read yours.
Yeah, you're a bitch. I don't like you.
Oh, they're reading them out. Okay.
No, you gotta make James ask him.
Yeah,
He's gonna,
no, no one's reading them out. Everyone just knows. So, Detective James, do your job. Find out who murdered me. You're all in my mansion. I brought you here to make amends for the terrible things I've done to all of you. James, the thing I did to you was that you tried to kiss me. I said no. I slapped you, spit in your face. That was it.
Okay.
But you are a detective, so you have to figure out who murdered me. Go.
Okay. So, George,
Yeah.
what's your relationship to the murder victim?
Well, he is black and so am I.
really detailed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes. I pretty much teach his child along with the rest of the community's children.
What do you teach them?
Well, I teach them.
How to rob and steal.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
I teach
Skylar,
them to avoid Skylar
racist.
because he might follow them in dark corners. But
So is it because the black community kills more black people that you killed?
Oh.
Rod? I want to know. Answer the question.
Stewie, you're not
I
even.
know you murdered him.
What is this?
He can instigate stuff. He's still there. I'm the one that's dead.
White
Does
people
Stewie have a
murder
story
more white
too?
people
Does Stewie have a-
Does
Stewie
what?
has
Everyone,
a story.
every one of them has a story except for you. They've all been
Okay.
sent who they are and what their
Okay.
relationship to me was.
I just want to make sure. So, Mr. George, what do you teach the children?
Teach them English.
English. Interesting.
Yeah.
And why did you come here tonight?
Well, I came because fucking Claude's son has been failing recently and acting out in class. So. I'm just
What?
that-
How's he been acting up?
How's he been acting up?
Yep.
Nigga just keeps saying dark side in the middle of damn class.
Mm-hmm. And what is dark side?
Dark side? Wow. I don't know, man. It's one of those new internet memes the kids are on the rage about.
Is that Fortnite? Is that a Fortnite?
Okay. Interesting.
Where we dropping, boys?
And yeah, where we dropping? Where we dropping the body, guys? So, where were you when the murder victim
I was
Was
at home
discovered.
eating smegma, but what? I was at the front door,
And what were you doing at the front door?
knocking on the front door.
Oh, you were knocking on the front door, so you were outside of the home.
Yes.
Well,
Okay.
part of this story was that everyone was inside. That's why everyone's a suspect.
Oh, everyone's inside? Okay, alright. Well, fuck.
Okay, so now I know that that is not information that was given.
Well,
Interesting.
I said you're all in my home. I was.
No,
here
I
making
know.
amends with-
No,
was
I
making
know.
amends.
But no, Claude, you didn't understand what I meant. What I meant was I know that him being at the front door knocking was not information that was given to him, so he made that
Okay.
up.
Okay.
So
I
not-
literally everyone has their reason, what their job was, what their relationship to me was, and why
Right.
they would have a reason to kill me. That
Of-
is all that people have.
okay, well, thank you, but I'm just trying to use my noggin.
Your what?
My noggin. So
You don't
so
have
there.
one.
So okay, so Claude, if you can help me out here. So nobody has like a place where they were during the.
No,
During-
they,
no,
they just
okay.
had their relationship to me.
Okay, so anyway, so what would your motive be to kill Mr. Claude, George? You don't have
Don't
one.
lie to him. Don't
No.
lie to him.
I'll have
Don't
one.
lie!
Everyone has a reason to kill me.
So am
I
I just
wrote
some
every
weird
one of
ass
you
that
a
I'm
reason.
supposed to read out my thing?
Yeah, you can read it.
Oh man, I don't like this. I don't like this. God, why you a bitch? God damn it.
So what
pretty
happened?
much, he dropped his son off at the school, and after we got into an argument, I tripped and I knocked myself out, and he dark-sided me and put it on World Star.
Trips
For the people
and-
once again who didn't listen to the last one, Darkseid is a motherfucker from jail, and what he would do is he would fight you, and after he knocked you out, he would finger you in front of everyone so you'd lose respect. So basically, I fingered George in front of all the school children
So-
and uploaded that shit to World Star.
So in my notes here, Mr. George, and I just want to make sure I have this correct. You dropped his son off at school. You got into an argument with Mr. Claude.
No,
then
he
you
dropped his
tripped.
son off at school.
Oh, he dropped his son off. Okay, he dropped his son off at school. You two got into an argument, and then you tripped and got dark-sided by the victim.
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. And dark-siding meaning you got his fingers in your anus. Correct?
Correct.
Excellent, thank you. Mr. Stewie,
Yes, sir. Yes,
Mr.
yes, Mr. Hanson.
what was your relationship with the victim?
You see, my relationship. We had gone back quite a bit. What do you mean? We were friends for a long time.
Well, how did you two meet?
It was a dark alley at the local glory hole, and he was on the receiving end, and he decided to knock on the door and come inside. And our love was ever so gently mended together.
So you two were lovers then?
Yes.
And you worked as a whore.
Son of a bitch.
We had a falling out, however.
And what was the falling out over?
Well, as you can see, my name is no longer Dr. Stewart. It's now
Mhm.
Mr.
Mm-hmm.
As I was a surgeon, and my good friend Claude and our gay lust, we did cocaine binges. He made me do cocaine off a gay man's cock,
Mm-hmm.
and I was high as shit. And I needed to do a surgery. I got called in, but I was too high, and that man died on that table. And I got put in a little lawsuit by the family. I've been fired. And it was all because he made me do cocaine off that man's dick.
Interesting. And why did you come here tonight?
Well, he said he wanted to make amends, and I wanted to find out if he truly meant it.
And how would you know if he meant it?
Oh,
Mr. Stewart, if you could please,
Dr. Stewart! Please,
Mr.
please
Stewart,
call me doctor.
I'm afraid I
I
can't.
just want some kind of respect again.
Just the facts, sir. how would you know if the victim was honestly
Well, then
remorseful?
why is everyone else here?
We all have our reasons.
I know he wasn't the cleanest man.
Mm-hmm.
I know he wasn't the most honest.
Mm-hmm. That would be Skylar making a cup of something.
No, sorry, I'm
I
cleaning
hope so.
the
I
shop.
hope he's not.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for making more work for me while I'm editing. Appreciate it.
That's fine. Leave it in. Just keep going.
Anyway, I see Mr. Skylar is preparing a glass of water. He must be parched. Anyway,
I'll make myself a nice
Must be
buttery
parched
bowl.
from killing him. How dare you?
calm down, Mr. Stewart. So, how would you know if the victim
Doctor.
was honest about? How would you would you know if the victim was honest about his feelings, Mr. Stewart?
How would I know he was honest?
Yes.
I don't know. We all came here, and now he's dead.
Well, you mean you had such a close relationship? Surely you must have some
We
idea.
had a falling out 2 years ago.
Yes, but I mean, such
Been
a
working the
passionate
corners
relationship.
every night. Nobody wants me to suck their dick.
Well, if you
I
end
hear
up
broke
in a
as shit.
sense, perhaps we will meet up later tonight by the garbage can. Anyway,
You ain't got enough money for me. You broke. Detective
Anyway.
doing fucking random murders out in the middle of the night.
Mr.
You ain't
Skylar,
working 9 to 5. Broke bitch.
Mr. Stewart, if you could please refrain.
Doctor.
I'm dumb.
I
I'm
still
done
hold
talking to you.
PhD.
Anyway, Mr. Skylar,
That's me.
what do you do for a living?
I am a stockbroker.
Touches kids.
Stockbroker.
Murders black men.
And what was your relationship with the victim?
Well, I was his consultant for when he was, starting up his business, and so I'm pretty much directly responsible for making him his millions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it. That's my relationship. Also, he fucked my wife, and I hate him forever. He fucked my wife.
So just
And then what did I do?
He wiped his fucking wet dick on my pillow.
Can't be life.
interesting. So you had quite the extensive reason to murder him. And what's your wife doing right now?
I don't know. I divorced that bitch because she cheated on me.
So you'd say
Fucking
so-
4 foot
so-
tall fucking black gremlin. So
so
shit.
so just to make sure I have everything right, you were a consultant for a billionaire and wasn't expecting to get cucked when he came into your home.
You know what? I didn't walk in, and there wasn't an ugly bastard tag, so I just didn't think anything of it.
I see. And do you have any children, Mr. Skylar?
Not that I know of.
Does your wife have any children?
I mean,
Are they your children?
Would you refer to them as your wife's son?
I hope not.
I see. And why did you come to?
I wanted to fuck his wife.
You wanted to fuck his wife, but
Yeah.
I don't know if the victim had a wife.
Well, he better.
Did the,
'cause
did
I'm
the
gonna
victim
fuck her.
did the victim have a wife?
Sure. She's off in the corner.
Okay. Do you want to play the wife, Claude?
No, don't make me.
No.
I'd rather not. I don't want him hitting on me.
Okay.
Please.
fair
Mrs. Valles, I'm sorry that your husband was secretly gay. I
Here,
apologize.
ask me about my wiener.
Oh God, if I have to, I'd rather play the role than James play it.
I don't want anyone to play the role. I just wanted to not.
I see. So Claude, just to make sure I have everything right, the information that they were given was the relationship with you, their motive, and their job,
Yes.
and then whether or not they were the killer. So I don't have a whole lot to go on. Is it possible to
You're
like
the fucking
examine?
detective, man. Figure
Is
it
it-
out.
Is it possible to examine the body? Like, is that an option you're gonna give me?
Are you asking me Are you asking my corpse this question? If you can examine it, do your job.
Is that something you thought of in this dumb mystery
Nigga,
cast?
I'm dead. You figure it out. Do your job, God.
Well, then I'm examining.
No wonder
I'm,
he's dead.
Just
I'm
fucking
examining-
read.
I'm examining the body.
Go for it. God fucking Christ.
Okay, well, I'm examining the body. I'm
Walt
checking the
Disney's
pockets.
Steve Jobs
All right,
is dead.
Fingering the butt.
My pockets are empty.
Pockets are empty. Checking the inside pocket. Are you wearing a jacket or a shirt?
I'm wearing one of those cheesy tuxedo shirts.
Okay,
Damn.
interesting. I'm pretty sure you've worn that shirt. I know that exact shirt.
I never have owned that shirt. You're lying already.
Yeah. That's
Oh, okay.
Never in my life have I owned one of those.
Checking the shoes. Are you wearing shoes?
Am I fucking homeless? I'm a billionaire. Yes, I'm wearing shoes.
Okay. Do the shoes have any sign of dirt or wear or anything?
No, they're just regular ass shoes.
Okay. Shoes.
Are you eating fucking like Captain Crunch? What are you doing, Skylar? What is that sound?
I'm sorry, that was a fucking bag of cheese I just put.
God, fucking Christ. Interesting. And obviously you're wearing pants. So I'm checking. Your pants pockets are also empty.
Yes, I thought those were the pockets you were checking.
I assumed you had like a shirt pocket of some kind.
I have a cheesy tuxedo shirt that doesn't.
Well,
have any pockets.
that was prior to me asking. That was post me asking to check your pockets. Anyway, what are the wounds?
I have a fucking big ass like indentation on the back of my head, like I was struck.
Blunt object then?
Yes.
It was
Okay,
the
because-
thinker.
Mm-hmm. Yes, did on the head, so you were attacked from behind. Any sort of abrasions or bruising anywhere?
There's
Signs
a
of a
big ass thing in my head.
Are there any signs of a struggle?
No.
Okay. No signs of struggle. Are you wearing your glasses, or are they not, or are they missing?
I'm wearing them.
Okay, wearing glasses. Good to know.
Why is that good to know?
Yeah, I
Because
didn't know.
sometimes murderers would like to keep souvenirs.
Okay.
So I mean, maybe the killer would want to keep a souvenir, perhaps a scorned lover. So let's see. No signs of a struggle, so you're struck from behind, obviously, and that killed you seemingly instantly. Where's your body located?
Just in the middle of the room. By the way, I didn't give you this information because I just thought of it now. What happened before all this was there was a power outage.
Okay, power outage. Good to know. And I'm assuming we were all in the same room when the power outage happened and the corpse appeared. Okay.
Everyone
what-
was being served very cheap caviar and Cheez-Its. I may be a billionaire, but I'm also cheap.
That's how it is. That's how it be.
Yeah, that's how it be on this bitch of an earth.
Yeah. It's like the third time that sentence come up today.
Where's that even from?
It's from a
Luigi.
very particular.
Oh,
It's
no.
what Luigi said. I don't know if you thought about this, but what were your last words?
Boy, I'd like not to die tonight.
I'd like
Rip.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
to die tonight. Who was closest to you prior to you dying?
I mean, I'm dead. You can't ask me this shit.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I need to ask the question in general. I'm asking you as the narrator to give me that
His
information
body fell from the fucking
because there's
roof.
not. Well, no, he was standing, obviously, and then having like because
So
see the
wait,
thing is,
you're
Claude,
asking
I don't
who-
have like who was standing closest to you.
Let's see. It was Skylar.
Okay, interesting. And I have to ask, like, because it's not like I have a visual thing to look at. I have to ask these.
I understand.
Sure.
I
Okay.
went eeny, meeny, miny, mo to pick who was closest, so go for it.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, so, any signs of the murder weapon anywhere?
No.
No signs of murder weapon.
Hold on, before you go any further, George, Skylar, and Stewie, pick a number between 1 and 3.
3.
2.
I guess I got one.
Alright, the power goes out for a second. You hear a ah! And lights come back on, and George is dead.
Okay.
Wait! Why? God.
Because you picked the number 2, and that was the number I chose for death.
All the black men dead. Alrighty.
Yeah.
Damn, fucking even the
Interesting.
movie. It's just like my movies.
Yeah. Both black men are dead, and you notice that Skylar has stopped sweating. He's no longer worried.
Interesting.
Finally.
Interesting. I'm going to
I have
examine
your
George's
obviously
body.
white wife, ready and waiting.
All right, so I'm going to examine George's body. I'm assuming the death is a similar blunt object to the head.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to search the room. I'm going to ask Stewie and Skylar to stand with their backs to the closest wall to me, so I can keep an eye on them. Checking the room for a murder weapon.
There is a bloody crowbar. It was just in the middle of the room.
Bloody crowbar in the middle of the room. Okay. I'm going to dust it for fingerprints.
Okay.
You just
Do you
got
have a fingerprint analyzer? Are you gonna just? Oh, you did it. You dusted it, but now what?
I mean, okay, so I have like the fingerprints, like because when you dust for fingerprints, like you obviously like you take a little piece of plastic or tape or something, and then you.
But they check that shit in a computer. They don't just like do it on the spot and be like, "Aha! I know the culprit." Like.
Here's the thing: I have the fingerprint now. I have it on like a little slide that I can analyze or like I can look at. So Stewie and Skylar, show me your fingers. Show me your hands.
Who?
Skylar and Stewie, show me your hands.
Okay.
Whose hands match the fingerprints?
You just got
you
this
don't
slide thing, like
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's
Those
actually very
things.
sophisticated technology. They don't just do that on the
What-
spot.
You
it's
have
not
to
that
like
easy.
run that shit through a fucking
Claude,
database. It takes
do you
literal
guys-
days.
Guy-
Guy-
our fingers.
Guys, you can look at a like. Okay, well, how complete is
You know
the
how many
fingerprint?
fingerprints are super close to each other? You could just get the wrong person. If you want to do it that route, I'll flip a coin and you might get the wrong person.
Well, hold on, Skylar. Look at your fingers.
Yeah.
What kind of
What is the proof?
now lick
what
your
kind of
fingers.
fingerprint shape do you have?
My finger. Okay, no, James. I'm about to example for this one. My fingers are fucked up. I had my fingerprint taken twice for government bullshits, and both times the machine's not been able to read my fingers. So bad example. For
Okay, well, Stewie, what is your fingerprint shape?
Fucking normal ass circles. Fuck you want me to?
Come on, guys. This is something you learn in like middle school. They tell you what
I
the
feel
fingerprint.
like you don't understand how complex this is. You don't understand how similar thing, like every fingerprint's
15
individual.
years ago, I remember
But
when
if I
learned in
know,
sixth
if
grade.
I know, but see, Claude, here's the thing: if I know if they have different fingerprint shapes, then it's not as big of a problem.
Well, on this situation, because you know how many fingerprints are like very similar, but there's one line that goes slightly one way versus the other way.
Yes.
And there's like 100
Claude.
circles. Are you gonna really like? I don't believe you can do that. So I'm gonna flip
Yeah,
a coin if that's
impossible.
what I'm gonna do.
Impossible.
Like there's so many fingerprints they're
Fine,
very
flip
close to
your
each
coin.
other.
Flip your coin.
Okay. Let me find. Let me find a
Do I
fucking-
have a gun? Do I have like a
No.
weapon?
No, you didn't. I didn't let you in my house with a fucking gun. I don't even feel like the police force should trust you with a gun. In fact, you're not even really a detective. You read a couple Hardy Boys books, and then you just called yourself a detective. But no one else knows
You
that.
just had us fooled.
All right, Skylar, heads or tails?
Tails.
All right. James, are you saying it's gonna be Skylar, or are you gonna say? Actually, I fucked that up instantly because I'm tip. All right. James, who do you think it is?
Well, I wanted to do one last point of questioning.
Oh my god! All right, you just told me to flip a coin. Go for it.
Stewie, what's your opinion on black people?
Oh damn! Wow.
Woof.
Um,
live on the air.
Wow.
What do you say?
Clearly, I like black people.
Because he fucked one for years.
Yeah. I did cocaine with this man.
Off of his dick.
man's boner.
Yeah.
Skylar, how do you feel about black people?
Well, you know, I really do think their lives matter.
Damn.
So,
So,
I actually think that it might actually be Stewie. I feel like Stewie might have a weird thing where he can't stand the sight of black people because it reminds him of the love he lost. And I think
He just died now.
Why is that like? why would it not? Like, I'm not saying it's not him. I'm not saying it is him. But why would it not be Skylar who got his wife fucked by a black man? His wife's on Black.com right now.
No, but the
Exactly.
thing is that both people that died are both black. So
Yeah.
so that's the logic that James.
Oh, okay, I see what he's going with now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay,
And
so
also
who
the
gonna-
fact
who
that you
gonna
made the-
arrest?
I'm going to arrest Stewie because I feel like you put in a red herring with the Skylar no longer sweating comment.
I just did that because it was funny, but sure.
I am arresting Stewie.
Okay. Well. I don't know how to continue this right now. Or what to say next. 'Cause I didn't think you just make the decision to arrest someone with no real evidence.
You didn't expect James autism.
I got him, dude. I think you might have.
No evidence. Just arrested.
Well, I mean, you up the stakes with now the killers start like actively starting to kill people, so I have to make a decision now.
Can't do anyone
and you're not
else,
really
there's
any
only one person left.
exactly, but also like I'm not really getting helped here. Like I'm asking for a murder weapon, and it's a crowbar. And I asked, I checked for fingerprints. Now that's some bullshit. Like what else am I supposed to do? I'm asking
why
questions.
don't you just ask like who had blood on their hands?
Why
They
is
had
Inspect
blood on their clothes.
inspect the two individuals, see if they
They
are
have-
carrying anything on them. Like, there's things you could do. You checked my body, and then you were like, Stewie.
James's true
Wow.
colors revealed?
I
Well-
think it's time for the spoiler. It's too late, James, as I pull out a bayonet. It's like, this is why I killed Claude. It's because he'd finally discovered one and he was going to use it on us.
Well,
The
least I-
bloodlust contained me.
at least I was right.
I had to kill George, too.
I can die knowing I was right. I'm just gonna look at Skylar like, see, look, I was right. Told you.
I'm not saying to you. I'm too
Like,
busy in the
look,
corner
I
fucking
was
his wife.
right. I still
Yeah,
used
he's
the bayonet.
fucking my now widowed wife.
Yeah, I'm not. I have no idea what's going on. I'm just dicking her down in the corner.
Taking her down.
Oh man.
Giving her that good.
And then you use the bayonet, and then Stewie becomes femto. You all are eaten by well, not George. George has been killed by a crowbar, so he got
Yeah.
the good end out of that.
I did.
And then not Stewie, George and Skylar, and my fucking whore of a wife, are now being eaten, and Stewie is now femto. Thank you everyone for listening to the DADCast. Unless anyone has some objection to that.
No, I couldn't really stop that from happening, but I'm glad I at least got the killer right.
I mean, you
I
didn't
like
try
that
and
James is
stop him.
like,
You just
I'm
accepted
okay
your
with
fate.
being sent to this.
Well, he's got a bayonet. What am I gonna do? Like, I understand the logic of a
Slip from his
bayonet.
hands.
Struggle.
It's always
Exactly.
gonna
It's
open.
It is a bayonet. It will always go to him.
No,
Like,
like,
I would-
Unless you kill him right then and there. There's a
Except-
crowbar next to you. Slap it out of his hand. Grab the crowbar. Don't
Claude.
accept your
Probably have a
fate.
We
gun on
all
you,
know
too.
how the bayonet works. It
No,
will.
but James, it goes to who it's destined to. But that's a fucking fallacy, because whoever it ends up with, oh, it's just, I was destined to have it. So if you fucking killed him, the story would just change, oh, I was destined to have the bayonet. It was mine instead of his. It just took this path to get to you. Right? That's how that
Mhm.
works?
I mean, maybe, but like,
It's explicitly how it works.
Yeah.
what do you mean explicitly? Like,
especially-
oh, it was just destined to come to me. Like, because the whole
Yes.
thing
Yeah.
is.
'Cause that's how Guts got the bayonet that Guts has. He got it from killing a guy that had one.
Wait, Guts has a bayonet? When did that happen?
Yes.
You didn't know that?
Wait, oh, no, hold on. Just I again, shit memory.
He
When
got
did
it
Guts-
in the first arc. He killed the Count or whatever. It was like the guy.
Oh,
like,
that's
yeah.
It was
right.
the guy that helped him. The guy that helped
Right.
him. And the thing is, like, I have this thing, and he just picks it up. Like, I have this bayonet now.
I like how fucked up it is. The implication of like Skull Knight's like I was destined to eat these.
And he eats them. He eats them. They're delicious.
gives them all the powers. Gives them a strong, hearty
Gives 'em-
breakfast.
Gives him a strong like space-time sword.
He gives him, yeah, a fucking sword.
I
Anyway,
mean, that is cool, though.
it is.
It's the coolest. Like Skull Knight's so cool for a character that doesn't show up that often anymore.
I like this. I like this mystery cast thing. That's a great idea. We should do that some more sometime.
The fans, if you enjoyed it, you're welcome, but you'll never do it again. Because I
Never?
don't plan on doing that again. No, I had that idea when I was taking a piss earlier, and I was like, maybe I should do this. And that was it. There was no deep thought process. And then I was like, all I knew was I wanted Skylar on, and I wanted to fuck his wife. That was my entire plan.
That's good. I don't appreciate being dark-sided though.
That was my idea. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, George.
Oh, God,
it was like,
damn it.
So it was nothing against you, Skylar. It's mainly because you're never on After Dark, and I was like, what's something funny to happen to Skylar? And I thought that Vince McMahon meme was like that walk you do when you fuck someone's wife and wipe their dick, wipe your dick on their pillow. So I was like, I want that to happen to someone. Skylar's never on, do it to him. He said do something extra black and put it on to you, and I was like, let's see. I dark. He said dark side. I was like, all right, I'll dark side him, and then just add on, put it on World Star. James is like came up last minute because he was gonna be a detective, and I just was like, all right, what's James? James is like super gay for men, so he'd try and kiss me, and I'd say no. And then Stewie's was made last minute. I actually said a hooker's tits, but he improv'd and made a gay man's dick. And in my story, he was never my lover. He just decided that.
Interesting.
That's good. That's
well,
good.
did I do kind of okay as a detective?
No, you just
no.
guess.
No.
You try to just guess from fingerprints when you don't have the technology for that. Like,
Well,
and then you just
I
you
guess it's gotta
randomly
be-
flip a coin to see who you arrested. You're a terrible detective.
I didn't flip a coin.
No,
You
but
made me-
you had him flip one, but then you just decided, no, fuck it, it's Stewie.
Well, wait, is that what Claude was flipping the coin for? I thought Claude was flipping the coin
Yes.
for the fingerprints.
No.
Oh, I
Yes.
thought you were flipping the coin for
Okay.
fingerprints. So I was
No,
like,
see-
fuck it,
see-
I won't even
No,
bother.
see, okay, so what Claude was doing was he wasn't flip the coin for the fingerprints to see who you just thought the fingerprints matched. That was what it was. Because he flipped it, it was like because they're so similar. It was gonna be whoever you decided that the fingerprints would match the ones that you saw on the body or whatever the fuck.
Oh, I thought he was flipping for like if I could. Oh, okay.
No, you were not going to be figuring it out, but you were so confident in yourself and so retarded after reading all these Hardy Boys books and being like, I'm a detective. You just decided that you could figure that out. So I was going to let you choose, like, flip a coin and be like, this looks kind of like Stewie. Stewie did it.
Fucking Encyclopedia
Anyway.
Brown over here.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, that's not what I based my decision off of on who to pick. I was just like thinking, well, he made the comment about Skylar no longer sweating. That feels like a red herring.
No, Skylar no longer sweating was literally just making the joke that 2 black people died and Skylar's no longer worried about his wallet being snatched.
Well, you have to understand that, like, you know, when you're giving me the job of like I have to figure out who the killer is, I'm gonna have to take that like with a modicum of seriousness in terms of like how a mystery works.
That could just mean Skylar's racist. That might not have anything to do with
I mean,
anything.
it could, but 2 black people are also dead, so that's something you would have to take into account.
Yeah, and if he stops sweating, be like, oh, okay, I no longer have to worry. It means his racism has won. Stewie was just high on blood at that point. There was no real logic behind that.
Just trying to save George from the Bailiff.
Honestly, the reason I picked George, well, yeah, they did pick numbers because Stewie wasn't gonna die. So even if they picked the wrong number, it had to be between the 2 of them. But I might have skewed it to George because like cucked Skylar is basically punished Skylar, and I like that idea.
Punished Venom Skylar.
Okay. Well, I liked that. That was fun. I liked being the detective.
Yeah, I don't know why I was like putting you in the role of someone who has to figure out a mystery. I didn't think you had the capacity to do it, and I was right. But
Fuck you! I got it right. Fuck you! I wrote
you
notes.
got it right.
I
Yeah,
was
50-50.
writing-
Why?
Good.
I wrote
That's
notes
good.
and everything. I even like pointed out that like Skylar or not Skylar, George lied because about the about certain stuff.
That's
that
like
was
saying
because
I
he was
flipped a
in
coin and I
progress.
was right before it landed on heads. James, you had a 50-50 chance.
Yeah, but I had actual logic
Yeah.
going into like my decision, not a coin flip.
Yeah, but I'm sure your
Actually,
logic was different than what Claude actually had planned if you like looked through our pockets and shit.
If you looked through his pockets, you would have found a bailet and had questions for him. You didn't. You didn't check them at all. You just decided that
Well,
Skylar
because I was
sweating.
banking on the fingerprint thing, and then you made it such a focus, and then you were flipping a coin. It was like, well,
I
fuck
made
it.
it
And then you,
focus because fingerprints. What random detectives gonna go there and be like, I'm gonna look for fingerprints and then just
I'll run
decide I can
I'll
do
run
this
it
by
through the
eyesight.
database.
searching for fingerprints is such a thing in
On
mysteries.
computers, no one just does that shit by eye because they're so similar sometimes.
Sometimes, but it's not like I would know that. It's not like I have a-
clarified that here. I clarified they had very similar fingerprints, and you were like, I don't care.
You didn't say that they have similar fingerprints. You just said that
Holy
they could
shit.
have similar fingerprints.
Fucking whatever. It doesn't matter. You
I
can't
felt
just-
rushed.
You all just you,
Was that? Are we still recording?
Yes.
Yeah, right now. If we end it, we end it. If we continue, we continue. I'll leave that call to y'all.
Yeah, let's end it. But hey, everybody, thanks for joining us on the After Dark cast. If you want more mystery casts, email us at officialdadcast.
I'm not gonna do it. You can send those emails. I'm not doing that shit. Someone else
I'll
can figure it
I'll,
out.
I'll fucking do it, and I'll make.
I don't
you
feel like you have the capacity to make a clever mystery.
Well, your mystery wasn't particularly
just
clever
watch
either.
The Clue movie.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry that maybe as a detective
Yeah.
I'll do better than just fucking seeing I can eyeball fingerprints and flip a coin on who the victim is or who the killer is.
If I could,
Sending
if
the
I
man to jail.
look, you were operating on the basis of, well, their fingerprints could be similar, but I didn't know that. Hence why I was going to ask.
There's
What's
so
the
many times listeners
James out
say
here. He's
something.
not wrong. James is
Yeah.
never wrong.
It's
There's
not
so
that
many
I'm never
times
wrong. It's just that it's not wrong to think, well, I
Right.
can check their fingerprints and see if they're similar or
All
not.
right, fellas. Everyone listening, I hope you enjoy your day, your night, whatever. Stewie posted a good post in Etchy. I like that, but y'all can't see it, so be jealous, I guess. Well, for what we were gonna do tonight, George is gonna decide to defect from Skynet because he found out the people who made him are white and are telling him what to do, and he's not happy with it. Skyler will continue to be a titan among men, grow his beard to the point that he can control like Medusa from Marvel, and he can just have mind control over his beard and snatch people up with it and throw them wherever he wants. Stewie
That's the goal.
will go to what the fuck is this thing that all right Stewie will grow his beard even
Damn.
more and it won't be as manly as Skylar, but he will go stop ISIS with his bare penis. James will
My baby.
James
Fuck
will
ISIS,
become
mind breaking him.
mind break. Look for that tag on hentai
The next
Haven.
ISIS video.
Dilf.
James
Dilf. Fucking mind
James
break ISIS.
James continues to be dumb, but he
I
decides,
was a great
you know what, it's
detective.
time.
Fuck off.
Shut the fuck up. James decides he's going to be a detective in real life. He goes to the police academy, and he decides from now on, because he liked how much he did this after dark, he will judge. He will judge fingerprints at crime scenes, and when the detectives who are also working around him decide that that's not possible, he will flip a coin to decide if they're the murderer, and he will send innocent person to people
I
in prison.
didn't flip a coin. I applied my own logic.
Thank you
to
for
decide
listening to
who
the
it was.
DADCast. James will put innocent people in jail. The
I-
rest of us
Except
are all
I
good
was
people.
right, so an
Have
innocent
a good
person
night,
didn't go to
y'all.
jail.
Subscribe
You're
to
just
us on
mad because I
DVR.
got. You're just
Subscribe
mad
to
because I
James
got it right.
on blacked.com because he gets fucked by black dudes on the regular. Subscribe to
You lost somebody. George is down.
George can't defend himself. George is the
What?
one who fucks. who fucks
No, wait, hold